Welcome you live to live tonight. So it's another week of NASCAR iRacing. So we got another package of action. Welcome back. Number 24, and then of course Kentucky this week. Week 24 for Lobbies was there. We got a taking through the schedule real quick. We're going to be starting off with the BMW M2 iRacing. We're going to race it at a brand new style of race road course. That's going to be a half hour. There are INFIELD races, so it's DTM this time. We're going to go to another new racetrack. And then we're going to finish it off with the main event at CHICAGOLAND, another with the Gen Cars World Cup Series. Alright. So of course, once again, welcome back to Lobbies, week 24. Alright, so I'm going to be joined by the booth. I'm also going to have Ashton Cole Clausen, our usual inlay. And yeah, ready for another packed night of action. Alright. Welcome live to Lobbies, week number 24. So, session's gonna be up in just about a minute. So, guys, first race of the night, the BMW is a brand new car in iRacing. Not a whole lot of experience with this race car. So, we're heading to Daytona with a brand new style of racetrack, the INFIELD road course. Not going to be using the oval part at all at Daytona tonight. It'll also be a kind of a night race as well towards the end of it. What do we think we're going to see in this first race?
They're like literally taking your street car and putting it on a racetrack. I mean, this car has so little horsepower, but has so little grip that is just insane. Not insane, but it's kind of fun to drive with a little grip it has, and the inexperience of these drivers is gonna play out both dangerously and to have better action on the racetrack here today.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens tonight. So, of course, BMW, the M2 car, M2CS. So it's brand new. It's free on iRacing, so anyone could use it. So, yeah, definitely exciting to have a brand new free car. It's been a little bit since we last had one of those. I think we had like a couple dirt cars lately, but new, not an IMSA car. I think they run it in DTM, so that's why it's called for the official series tonight, DTM. Which is another road racing sports car series over in Europe. And yeah, they've never raced in America, I don't think, especially not Daytona. So it's, of course, not the full Rolex 24 racetrack. We're not going to be using the oval or the chicanes at all. It'll just be the little infield road course that you usually see at the Rolex 24. All right, so the session is just about to be up, as we're going to welcome you live to Daytona International Speedway. Once again, we are here on the oval. Last week with the Legacy Gen 6 cars. Now, completely different here on the INFIELD road course. As different as you can get with some sports cars. Okay, so going to be up here at Daytona in just a couple of moments. Then we'll head, of course, to USA Speedway for the second race of the night, the trucks. We've been a bit since we last did the truck series, so technically, I know Daytona we've done a lot, but it's a new format for tonight with the track. It's a new layout. We have 3 different new layouts of racetracks and 2 different new places we're going to race at least in Lobbies, with USA Speedway and Chicagoland. Chicagoland has been in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League for 2 seasons, and of course makes his Cup and Xfinity return in the playoffs this year. And then USA Speedway is a brand new racetrack, completely to the league. And yeah, ready to go from Daytona. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies week number 25, going to be underway in just a few moments. All right, welcome live to the World Center of Racing. Brand new layout in Daytona's the infield road course. This is, of course, like we mentioned before, what you see in IMSA. We're also going to have the IMSA ticker up for this race as the BMWs, M2s are on the racetrack. Brand new race car currently, as now one car goes wide. I believe that's Payson Lindsay. Got another one here, the 4. Cameron Chandler, top of the board so far. All right, so it's going to be one class, the first time in IMSA lobbies that we're going to have only one class. Another thing to keep in mind in today is you're going to, with the new iRacing update, of course, you got this car tonight, you're also going to have the new gravel, just like that, and grass that's going to be put onto the racetrack once the drivers come back on. It's not going to be as bad because there isn't any, like, gravel traps here at Daytona. But in other racetracks, it'll be a lot worse, and you might see a bit of grass and dirt kicked up here tonight. All right, cars on the racetrack. Here comes the 2. Down into the little kink here. Of course, this infield section should be very familiar.
But it's not flat out.
To the inside goes White now. He's second. And he got the 4 behind him. Camera angles might be a little bit interesting tonight, because don't exactly... it's hard to switch between the angles, TV1, TV2. I know we usually don't go behind the scenes like that, but... I can only do TV2 and TV3 tonight, unless I show just random camera angles. Here's Ashton Miller in the 789, so it's going to be easy to tell who the drivers are because they're going to be using all their normal numbers for the normal series and league regulars. After an exciting week of action in Kentucky for Cup and Xfinity, we're ready to finish it off with some Lobbies fun once again. Before we go back to this racetrack, Daytona on the high banks for the Xfinity and Cup regular season finale races, and those are going to be insane with 2 final spot playoff battles and 1 battle in the Cup Series for the regular season championship.
Yep, and then Donahue, who has dominated the last 4 out of 5 races this season. He has won 4 out of 5 of them. He has made up a lot of ground in the regular season championship with the struggles of Matthew White yesterday with that speeding penalty on that green-white checker. And then Donahue was able to win the race and take the points lead.
You can take a look at some of the damage here on these MWs there. A nice little look around there. Here comes the 4 back on track. My angles might actually be fixed. No, they're not. Okay. Yeah, TV1 I got, and then I gotta go. And TV2 and TV3. I'll try to make it work for tonight. So once again, it's a half-hour race. It's a time session. Ooh, 2 cars wrecking each other. Ashton Miller and Matthew White get together. Take a ride along with one of these race cars in a moment.
Take a ride along with me.
Oh, there goes Cole Clausen.
You're going to die.
All right, I guess Cole wants to do the oval. We actually can't get an angle of this, I don't think. Oh, now we can. He's up. This is not where this car is supposed to go tonight. And now he's on his lid. Not exactly where we planned for that car to be tonight, but Cole Clausen made it happen. Cool White, so far fastest. There he is. 1 car going the wide. The 11, he got Payson Lindsay in the middle of the racetrack. It's right along with Matthew White. So you can see the infield, not the infield. The inside of the race car definitely looks like an actual race car, but it is not as fast as normal IMSA cars. 42.8 so far, the fastest time is now he gets to the back bumper of another one. Cole Wilson goes to second. Oh, hard in the wall. 1 car behind him. I believe that is Payson Lindsay.
The last corner is going to be Calamity Corner there. You think it's going to be flat out, but it is not with this car.
Yeah, especially on the restarts and initial starts as Lindsay's going for a spin. In front of Matthew White.
No more Payson Lindsay activities.
Sun's starting to set in the driver's eyes. That's going to be a very big thing in this for the start of this race. They're going to have headlights on. They're also going to have a bit of night lighting here with the track lights. Ooh. White nearly goes wide there for a second. So it's 15 minutes of practice. I gotta get time back up, actually. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. All right, there we go. Your time's back up. Here is Matthew White loose. I don't even want to know at this point.
Me and Miller were having some beef, and he tried to pay me back, and he went full send, and he completely missed me.
Normal Ashton Miller things, I guess.
Oh, man.
Here comes Huntley on the track. TJ Urban, he made his Xfinity Series debut. He's been a Lobbies regular for a long time. Finally moved up to the Xfinity Series. A good, decent run in Kentucky. And he'll be looking to maybe close out the Xfinity Series season as he looks for a full-time ride next year. Goes a bit wide here. And 9 drivers over the line so far. This is Richard Cherry. For some reason his paint scheme's not showing. Cameron Chandler goes top of the board. Good lap for him. I would expect Cole Wilson to be up here as well. There he is. Actually, that's not Cole Wilson in the 12. Somebody else. It's Landon Johnson. Oh, Lindsay gets slammed by the 4 car. That's Cole Wilson.
We have 2 commentators here on the racetrack now.
Yeah. Cherry and Clausen. So 5 minutes to go only here in practice. Here's Cameron Chandler on the back bumper. Braden Hunsicker. Now Hunsicker gets turned hard into the wall in his 11 car. These cars definitely do look pretty fun to drive so far. Oh!
There is, as we mentioned before, there is so little grip. It's like driving a street car almost.
The grip also will change once the sun goes down and temperatures start to cool off. We're going to have all 3 of these races tonight be night races because we got, of course, the headlights on the cars and some of the track lights here tonight at Daytona. Oh, as Chandler's going to go around back there. And then at USA Speedway, they got track lights for that short track with the trucks. Then, of course, at Chicagoland, the Gen 4 cars, we're going to have yet another night race. So Friday Night Lobbies, technically another name for this little series that we do most Fridays. And, yeah. Living up to its name, Night Lobbies. As I get a car off the racetrack, that's Marty Shamela making his Lobbies return.
Yeah.
There's Landon Johnson and his another BMW. Of course, they're all BMWs. Space and Lindsay. There is Cole Clausen. He had to put down a time because he's been doing other things.
I got my windshield wipers on right now.
Here comes Clausen down into the braking zone, and oh, we got a car slamming into the wall. That's facing Lindsay. Oh, we got someone stopped. I don't know who this is.
Who
Ashton
is that?
Miller. Ashton Miller.
You see where I'm at?
Yeah, you're behind the tire barrier. We can see the front end of the car barely.
I can't move. I'm stuck. Oh my god, this happens in the race. Yeah, no, I didn't know there was a wall behind there. I just got absolutely, stuck. Also, Clausen, we gotta talk.
Oh, yeah, that's my mistake.
You're right back.
Definitely. Oh, no. No, I'm in the same position as Miller.
Oh, I guess Clausen pushed him out. Alright, so just gonna give us a second here. As well bring up the track map as well in a moment. There's another quick second for that, of course. You can't exactly load with soap, I don't believe. Okay.
Not
Jamela.
surprised. Oh,
What a good
Taco
lap.
Bell. Taco Bell car.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what my track map's doing. So we're unfortunately not gonna have that for we don't really need it. It's a small racetrack. Cole Wilson now goes top of the board. You saw Cherry go to third. Chamela now is in second. He was top of the board for a moment. We're just gonna have the names up, which is kind of helpful because these cars are kind of hard to tell who's who because they're not normal paint schemes or anything. Oh, spinner! Braden Hunsaker goes around.
Bro saw me and got a bit scared, I think.
In front of Jeremiah Gauntly. Then you got Marty Chamela here as Cherry goes fastest. Lots of
And I'm
time.
stuck in the wall, literally in the wall.
Another car. Oh, we got one wall riding. Period. I don't know how that's back there. Oh yeah, that opening. There's an opening back there that they just ride the wall through the tires, behind the tires, I mean. And they somehow get back there. Alright. So that ends practice. Time to qualify in Daytona. Going to be probably the slowest speed you're ever going to see in qualifying from the World Center of Racing. This is the shortest racetrack we've done at Daytona, and the safest as well. These are not going to be on the high banks. These cars are low horsepower, so I don't really think on the high banks would work with these. So it's, I guess, a short Daytona, I guess you can call it, as everyone's going to be entering the racetrack here. It's open qualifying, as always, for road courses. Everyone on the racetrack at the exact same time. Some drivers elect not to qualify. As White's going to be the first one out, he's also going to have clean air, which could be important with this car. Trying to hold it wide open, he slides. Be interesting to see what drivers can do through there. Oh, in the wall one car. That's the 71 of Cole Clausen. He's going wide. And oh, he is going to just destroy the wall. Matthew White.
That's what
White now here on a flying lap. Ooh, maybe a bit loose there, tight on entry. Miller and Lindsay. White here hard on the gas, coming almost in the wall. Yes, he does get the fence a bit. Currently put down at 43.6. That's his best lap so far. I'm not exactly sure where the start-finish line is. Oh! It's a terrible hit. I think... Oh, I think the start-finish line... Oh my god, Cameron Chandler. I think, if anyone could correct me on this, I think the start-finish line is after the little pink thing. Or after the exit on pit road.
Oh my god, what are they doing?
Let me just check real quick. Check exactly where the start-finish line is. Oh yeah, here we go. It's not exactly a start-finish line. It's this white line right here, as you can see, that big, thick white line. That's where the start-finish is. Chandler now top of the board. What a great lap by Cameron Chandler. Here comes Erdman. Wasn't the quickest in practice, trying to improve here in quali. Here comes Jeremiah Gauntly on the gas. And Braden Hunsaker down the front straightaway. Currently fifth, goes to fourth. So you got 10 minutes to do as many laps as possible. We may see drivers come down pit road to put some fresh tires on their race cars. Here comes Cameron Chandler and Scott Milliken. Matthew White goes top of the board. He improves. There's maybe 5 cars that... Oh, card in the wall. Goes the 13. And he's going to be in front of Chandler and nearly takes him out. Chandler was on a flying lap there. He will not go faster. Sorry about that. Here comes Landon Johnson. Got a 3-car little break here. As now Miller goes to second place, less than a 10th off. Hunsaker improves, so he'll still be in 4th. Oh, White over the curb. And now he's got 1 car ahead of him. I believe that's Shamela, who's yet to put down a time as White goes wide. Wilson down in 6th. Here comes Shamela. And there's Scott Harden. Shamela could be a favorite for the pole. He was very, very quick in practice. Went top of the board for a minute as... Oh, this 14 is crashing hard into the wall. The 9 car has damages. No! Braden Hunsaker runs into the back of the 13. You got Ashton Miller behind the barrier.
The brain work was just a misinterpretation there. That happens a lot in open qualifying where when basically the zone that happens has like multiple lanes. So a driver gets out of the way 1 lane, but it's the same lane the other driver uses. So really unfortunate there for Braden.
Yeah, oh, it's 1 car spinning. CJ Urban goes around. Just got loose there.
I guess that here is when you gotta try the limits, you know?
Well, yeah, so you got to make sure you can be good on that first lap for the start and get away cleanly, because it is going to be... I'm expecting some chaos down through that through that tight section in turn on the first lap. I mean,
I think everyone is expecting that with the low grip this car have.
Shamela goes to 4th, got a 10th and almost over a half off. Here comes Cameron Chandler trying to be on a flying lap. Oh, Wilson goes to 3rd. All over the line goes Cameron Chandler. He improves, still 4th. He was up to 4th, actually, from 5th. Miller. Chandler back here. Oh, hard in the wall. It was Coach Lawson. So we've done the Daytona Road ones. Shamela top of the board. Great lap by him. I was telling you guys he could be a favorite for the pole, and now he goes fastest. 6 minutes in. Yeah, so we've done the Daytona Road Course before once. It was with the next-gen Cup cars, with, of course, the full version, the NASCAR version. That could return in the future, and it could return under the lights. A bit of a thing to watch out for most likely Lobbies. I don't think we're going to bring the Daytona Road Course to the Cup Series anytime soon. Wilson goes to 2nd. Good pickup for him. White down in 3rd. He got a car on the wall. I believe that's Coach Lawson. No, yeah, it is. All right. Coming about 3 minutes to go. Everyone pushing on their laps. Gauntlet goes to 8th. Comes Landon Johnson across the line. He's currently 11th. He will not improve. And he'll back it down. Here is Ashton Miller. He's currently 4th. White trying to be on another flying lap to go back to the top. He's currently 3rd. Gauntlet, he is down in 8th. You got Shamela, who has been the surprise of the day on a very good couple of laps, beating very, very good road course racers like Cole Wilson, Matthew White, Ashton Miller, and more. Oh, over the curbs he goes, bouncing and nearly going on his side from Marty Shamela. He puts down, and as Miller goes top of the board. 3.5 minutes to go. Payson Lindsay, you're 6th. Oh, Wilson in the 4 car, currently 3rd. Across the line he goes. Will not improve. 45.9. That's a throwaway lap, it looks like. So this is going to be the time. Put down to your final few laps. It's a short, very short road course. It only takes, of course, 42 seconds at the least to get around here. Landon Johnson trying to put... Oh, Miller's coming through here once again. Shamela improves, I think, the 2nd. He's barely off Miller. Schmela improved his lap time just a bit. Ashton Miller was just about a tenth off that time. The time he put in before. Here comes Keith Williams on the racetrack for the first time. Oh, and a spinner down to the inside. That's Matthew White going around with a minute and a half to go. He's currently 4th. Here's CJ Urban in the wall, and now going to be wrecking. If he can hold on to it down the front straightaway, he's through the grass, and it looks like he'll keep it going in the right direction. Flying lap now for Cameron Chandler. He's currently 5th. The lights are now on the race cars. It's getting darker. Track conditions are going to be probably improving. This is the time to put down your final flying lap. Here comes Chandler. On the gas hard. And down to the
last corner.
We'll see where he goes. Cameron Chandler will not improve. It's a 44-0. Hunsaker goes to 5th, pushes Cameron down to 6th. We'll see if Chandler has maybe one more lap in him. I think he can get to the line for one more lap if this isn't a throwaway lap, which it probably would be, I would have to imagine, after a good lap. Here comes Cole Wilson. Down here, he's only about half a tenth off. Oh, we got a spinner. It's Matthew White down the front straightaway into the grass. That's going to be his qualifying over. Wilson tries to improve. He does not. Miller tries to improve his own lap time. He does not. Still top of the board, though. Here comes Braden Hunsaker. Cameron Chandler here. Watch out for him. Across the line goes Chandler. He'll move up to 5th, ahead of Hunsaker, who puts down a slower lap than before. You got a car off the track and spinning. It's Joseph Spillman around in the 16. Oh, Chandler goes around. That'll be his qualifying over. So he got to the line, I believe, to set down another lap, but it's not going to matter. You got Keith Williams here.
Always in a flyer.
Cole Wilson, here we go. For the pole, currently 3rd. Can he improve? Trying to push out Ashton Miller and Shamela.
No.
And he'll stay 3rd.
He doesn't. 42.8 for Cole Wilson.
He's still another 4/10 off. White, I don't think, is on a flying lap. He spun before. So.
Matthew is on a flyer. Let's see. He goes wide there on.
No, he's not.
On the second hairpin.
He spun with like 15 seconds to go. I don't think he's on a flying lap. Oh. He's currently 4th. And going to be the last one across the line. Oh, jumps over the curb. And yeah, was not on a flying lap there. Okay, so that'll do it in qualifying. Ashton Miller on pole for Daytona. Marty Shamela going to complete the front row. So we welcome you live to the World Center of Racing, a brand new, not racetrack, and a brand new pace car as well. Got the brand new BMW. This is the same car that's running on the track, just in the pace car form. And apparently it's Cole Wilson. Okay.
Definitely. Oh my god, pacing with the Coca-Cola paint scheme. Oh my god.
Already got that made. Alright. So it's going to be, of course, Miller and Shamela on the front row. Row number 2 will consist of Matthew White and Cole Wilson in 3rd, at Matthew White in 4th. Then you got Cameron Chandler, Braden Hunsaker, Payson Lindsay. You got the 9 of Gauntley back there. You got Payson Lindsay in 7th. Scott Miller.
I want to pop in real quick and say hi.
Yeah, congrats on the pole, of course.
See, it's always I do good on these road courses.
Yeah.
Never on old.
And it's always, I feel like, well, besides Daytona with the, what you call it, next gen, it's always the IMSA cars.
Well, we'll see if we can do that again. Okay, I'm going back to my den.
All right, here we go from the World Center of Racing half-hour race session for tonight. There could be cautions. We'll see. A lot of drivers that I could be expecting to win the race. If any of the top 5 won this race tonight, I would not be one bit surprised. They were all swapping positions back and forth top of the board in practice. I think all of them had a chance to go fastest. And all of them are in the top 5 currently. Braden Hunsaker could be a player in tonight. And a couple others back there as well that you could see up towards the front. All right, sun setting at Daytona. The lights are now going to be on. The headlights on the cars as well are going to be on. And we're ready to roll off.
Yep, there's a calm before the storm.
Yeah, this initial start's going to be, I expect, chaotic. We'll have to see how it goes. Welcome live to NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies, week number 25. Also, the headlights are going to be very interesting, especially for... Oh, what are we doing? Under caution, or under the pace lap. Somebody spins in the middle. It's the 9 of Gauntlet. He apparently goes around. Okay. And there he is, trying to get back on the racetrack. We'll see if he's able to get his positions back. So, lots of headlights. That's going to be creating some distractions, especially to drivers that have cars behind them. The brand new pace car will lead them down. It's the first race of Lobbies week number 25. We got a brand new car track combo with a brand new free race car, the BMW M2 CS, at the Daytona Infield Road Course. Final time down the front straightaway. Going to be coming to the green flags. The pace car comes down pit road. Ashton Miller, Marty Shamela make up the front row, heading down the front straightaway to the green flag, this time by NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies week number 25 is underway with the BMW M2s in Daytona. Into turn number 1 they go. Everyone in braking aggressively. No contact just yet. Everyone keeps it clean. Through turns number 1 and 2, there is Ashton Miller with a good lead. Into second place goes Cole Wilson. Shamela will drop down into third. It's battle here between Matthew White and Cameron Chandler for fourth. White will get that spot as they go down in single file. To the outside goes one car. Payson Lindsay around the outside of Braden Hunsicker. They make contact for a moment. Lindsay nearly gets pushed off the racetrack as cars getting loose ahead of them. Here comes Ashton Miller down the front straightaway with Cole Wilson, one of the best road course racers in the league, catching him behind him. And Ashton Miller has the most IMSA wins in Lobbies as he's going to lead lap number 1 in Daytona.
Someone had a moment there in the second hairpin and just touched the grass and basically almost lost it, but he was able to save it, and here we are still.
Yeah, still underway. We got a car loose. Believe that's the 9 once again.
Erdman, everyone is searching for grip right now.
Erdman, I think, is off the pace. Not really sure what's going on with him. Battle back here. A couple of cars going at it. Oh, Erdman, we got one car off the track. I believe he is now reset, I think. It was Erdman. He saw him in the wall for a split second, tried to cut to him, and now I think he's down on pit road or something. Well, and that's the pace car. There's the 12 of Johnson off pace. It's Wilson. Oh, he had a car hard on the wall. That's Matthew White. Matthew White slams the wall. See if he gets it back going here. Of course, it's a road course, so there wouldn't be cautions for single car incidents. He will rejoin the track, but that's a big moment for one of your favorites to win, Matthew White. He is most likely, if he gets at the pit road and gets a caution, gets that reset, he should be all right, but he's going to need those 2 things to happen. Or 3 things, actually.
He touched the curve way too much. Those curves are way too high, and he just lost it, and he took a hard hit into the outside wall there.
Of course, nobody has more than a couple of days of experience with this cars. Now, Cole Wilson goes down to the inside of Ashton Miller for the race lead in Daytona. Miller goes wide. Wilson to the inside. Wilson is going to take the lead. New leader in Daytona. It's Cole Wilson passing his ETR teammate, Ashton Miller.
Road course is Cole Wilson. He always does so well at this type of racetrack. Actually, his only race win comes at Watkins Glen in the Xfinity Series, as Aston Miller is trying to pick to the outside now.
Miller now maybe getting a better run-off corner exit here. They're going to once again head down the front straightaway. I believe Matthew White has pitted. Yes, he is on pit road. He's going to get his reset and try to rejoin the track ahead of the leaders. About 3 minutes into Daytona. There is 12, or the 2, I should say, of Matthew White. At the 4 here of Cole Wilson. And back on the gas, down the back straightaway, took the lead from Ashton Miller. So sun is now setting here at the World Center of Racing. Cars have their headlights on, and of course the lights above. Another thing to watch out for tonight is, will we see any pit stops? So there's, of course, going to be no rain going to happen tonight. No rain tires are going to be... I don't even know if this car has any rain tires. Probably
Yep,
does.
it has, but...
Oh, all right. Well, no rain in the forecast tonight, luckily. Of course, we had a rain race with the IMSA cars at the long version of Daytona. And this is DTM making their first trip to the Daytona infield road course with the new BMW M2 CS. All right, single file going on. Let's look back through the field. You got maybe a battle here going on between Cameron Chandler and Braden Hunsicker in a moment. Back there running in 7th, or 6th is Payson Lindsay. You got Scott Milliken down in 7th. Miller trying to chase down this 4 of Cole Wilson once again. There is Marty Shimela running 3rd, started 2nd, loses 1 spot. On the restart, he's loose down the front straightaway. Over the curbs he goes. And they're going to be heading down into turn number 1 again. There is Matthew White ahead of your leaders. He'll need a caution to get back into the race. And now he's down on 0 resets for the rest of this one. Got to be careful with that. As the sun continues to go down, it's getting darker and darker in Daytona. Here is Miller. Cole Wilson ahead of him. Wilson starting to slide, goes a little bit wide. And they're going to be heading down the front straightaway yet again. So right along with Cole Wilson. He try? Oh, I'm sorry, Ashton Miller riding along and is now. Cole Wilson goes wide. To the inside goes Miller for the race lead. Big moment there for Cole Wilson, right ahead of Ashton Miller. Sorry, these camera angles are not exactly the best. I couldn't really use my camera pack at this racetrack, because now Wilson goes wide yet again. Miller coming with momentum. 2 mistakes in a row from those long to braking zones for Cole Wilson. Maybe his car is starting to struggle under braking, and Ashton Miller is closing on his bumper yet again. Just about 5 minutes in here at Daytona.
Bouncing up and down Aston Miller, they're coming to the start-finish line. See, I wrecked there at the entry of the hairpin.
Oh, it's hard on the wall. Goes Shimela. He's in the middle of the pack. We'll see if he can get it back fired. That's a unfortunate moment for Marty Shimela. He was having such a good run tonight. Trying to get it back fired. He is going once again. He's going to cut it down through here. No caution comes out. We stay green. And once again, just like Matthew White, he's going to have to bring it down pit road for a reset. And hope for a caution.
As Aston Miller outbraked Cole Wilson coming to the second hairpin there. Now they're coming to a start-finish line, and Aston Miller trying to close his way into Cole Wilson.
Here comes Miller. Started on pole. Wilson started 3rd. Miller runs slightly a worse time that time by 43.0 to a 42.9 on Wilson and Miller. And now Miller is going to lose a lot of time in the braking zone. Battle back here now between Chandler and Hunsicker for 3rd. As Shimela, I believe, is probably pitting in a moment.
Yep, Aston took a lot of curb there in that hairpin and just got super loose there and lost a lot of ground to Cole Wilson.
And he's going to be
you
back.
See Cameron Chandler going wide there.
Wilson will be back to about a 2nd lead, and here comes Hunsicker on Cameron Chandler. Cole Wilson used the king of lobbies. He won so many NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies races. It's been a while since he went to victory lane last in lobbies. Looking to go back tonight, as now Chandler goes wide. He's been winning a bunch of lobbies races as of late. He also has been winning a bunch of Xfinity races as well. He's been on a roll the last couple of months throughout the entire league. Braden Hunsicker on his rear bumper. He is looking to the inside, maybe. Chandler goes wide. Here comes Hunsicker for 3rd. Shimela has pitted, so he's going to try to get that reset and maybe bring it back on the track. Oh, getting loose once again is the 8. Down the front stretch they go. Shimela back on track. Right ahead of your leader, says.
Break Cameron Chandler.
Oh, one car going wide. Into the wall goes Payson Lindsay's. Into the wall hard once again. Into the tire barriers. We'll make sure he can get it back. He's going to reset the pit road, apparently. Not really sure what happened there with Lindsay. There's your
I know what
battle.
happened.
There's your battle for third still going on between Chandler and Hunsaker. About 8 minutes into this 30-minute race. Back up front.
I think it went way onto the grass there and lost a lot of time to Cam and Chandler. It seems like we're having a lot of mistakes from the attacking cars.
I mean, yeah, this car has I believe this car has only been out for maybe like 3 or 4 days. I tested it. It was pretty fun to drive, maybe a bit loose, of course, here at Daytona. And yeah, so nobody really has experience in this car, especially not at this layout of the track unless you practice before the race. They got a 15-minute practice session. Definitely wasn't as much as usual. But yeah. Second about the gap for the lead as Miller tries to close up, going back to under a second on Cole Wilson. Good little race going on so far, coming to the maybe 1/3 mark in just a moment. Ooh, Chandler goes wide for a second. Hunsaker now trying to regain momentum. Hunsaker ran a lap time 2/10 better than Cameron Chandler that time by. The car, I believe, was going off track. I heard something. But he keeps it going. Wilson, ooh, Wilson slides off corner exit. Still holding the lead as now this battle is going back up. Chandler trying to hold on with Hunsaker closing behind him. Milliken is on pit road, and now, yeah, that was the car I think that we heard. Milliken. Here's Cameron Chandler. And the battle for the lead still staying about even. But Braden Hunsaker closing once again on Chandler. It's basically nearly fully dark in Daytona.
Let's go to an onboard camera of, for example, Aston Miller, who's trying to catch Carl Wilson and see how it drives this racetrack now in race conditions and everything.
Riding along with the in-car on Ashton Miller's machine. Wilson's got a bit of lap traffic ahead of him. See, they got to make... I was feeling that in when I did test laps. They have to make maybe a couple of corrections down into the corner. I've seen that on a lot of cars as well. Can't really...
That's how the 2 wrecks that we have had, well, 3 wrecks in this race we have had so far. 2 of them have been because of...
Oh! Wilson goes wide. I thought he was going off track.
Well, we see a lot of people struggling at the end of the corners. That's the inexperience we talk about with these cars. These cars reward a lot, building the temperature throughout the run. You know, that's what I noticed during practice. I was evidently doing better times throughout the run because better temperatures. But in this car, there is so much difference about that. It also happens with the Mazda MX-5, with the Formula 4, and every single one of those cars. So
down into the braking zone once again. Oh, Wilson has kind of been struggling as of late. Oh, we got a car off the track. It's Cole Clausen from the looks of it. He's trying to get it back going. Believe he will. Nobody else, I don't think, off the track currently. Got this mess ahead of your leaders. Here we go! Cole Wilson in heavy lap traffic. Oh, we got a spinner ahead of him. Round goes Matthew White. Landon Johnson also involved. White in the middle of the racetrack. No damage there. Oh, this is a mess over here. No caution just yet as he's going to get it fired back up once again. Of course, it's got to be like a multiple car pileup to have a yellow in front of your leaders. But here comes Ashton Miller. That helped him out with the 4 of Cole Wilson getting held up.
Yeah, but Aston Miller hit the curb again and lost a lot of time.
Yeah. Lawson pits.
Yeah, that's a cliche from you, Cole.
So nearly halfway in Daytona. Two ETR cars battling for the win. Oh,
Oh, he hit the wall, Cole Wilson.
he had a... Looks like there's a body panel coming off of somebody. Right in the middle of the
Wasn't
racetrack.
him, though.
Yeah, his car looks okay. Now he's got lap traffic.
He went a little bit wide coming into the last corner, and he hit the wall a little bit with the left front fender, but he looks okay, and he's catching the lap car of Payson Lynch in that Coca-Cola machine.
He's going to aggressively go out on the inside of Lindsay. Lindsay will give him space. We'll see where Ashton Miller can go in front of them, as now he's going to kind of get held up by Lindsay for a second. This might hurt Ashton Miller more than Cole Wilson.
Oh, Payson Lynch is super loose there, touching the grass, something he has never touched in his life, and he saves it.
And yeah, he'll be back currently running an 8th. Lots of drivers that would need yellows right now, but we really haven't had an incident that probably deserved a yellow. We've had some single car crashes, but nothing really that major. If we had like a 5-car pileup, then probably a caution would come out. And especially if it was blocking in front of the leaders or something like that. Be a battle for the lead back to about 1.5 seconds after Miller got held up by Payson Lindsay through probably one of the worst parts of the racetrack to be held up, as now he is loose, really pushing it to try to catch Cole Wilson over halfway now in Daytona. Oh, Wilson goes very wide, nearly into the grass. Once again, he's been struggling under the braking through that corner, especially into turn. Oh, we got a spinner. Payson Lindsay goes around.
Payson Lynch activities.
Gonna try to get it fired up here. He is kind of stuck on the curb. I'm assuming he can get it back on, and yes, he will. And we'll be okay to battle for the lead here once again. Miller is trying to close up at nearly a second. He's gained time. We'll take a look at the lap times. They head down the front straightaway for these two. They don't want to... Okay, there we go. 43.1 for Cole Wilson to a 42.8 by Ashton Miller. Miller's putting in a very, very solid lap times right now. Tire fall isn't really a thing tonight.
No, it isn't. I mean, there is a large contact patch of the tires, and there isn't really as much downforce you put to the car, obviously. So that therefore causes the zero tire wear we see here tonight. As I was going to say, that when these guys can run by themselves, they can run almost identical times, sometimes within 21 thousandths of a second between each other.
Yeah, so lap time's now a little bit quicker this time by Cole Wilson than before his other lap time. And Miller was still faster as Wilson makes a bit of a mistake off corner exit. And Miller trying to close back up. Two have been battling for the win. And then slowly in the back, you can see this battle still going on between Cameron Chandler and Braden Hunsicker. Also, a lot of laps will be put down tonight. Lap times only take 42 seconds. If we go green to the rest of the way, we could see upwards of maybe, I don't know, 80 laps. Quick math. That's not really accurate. Wilson goes slightly slower than Miller that time by basically even, a 42.9 to 42.887. So pretty much identical lap times there between those two. And this battle is heated up with Braden Hunsicker all over the back bumper of Cameron Chandler. We got a car going sideways. It's Matthew White, who's just had a tough run. Shamela going around him. They're side by side. I believe this is actually for position. And they're going door to door, and White will give up the spot. Chandler has been having Hunsicker all over his back bumper. Feels like the entire race. Oh, he's loose. And now for the lead, that is really gone away, as now to the outside goes Braden Hunsicker on Cameron Chandler, trying to take third place away. He slides Chandler back to the inside. Door to door, once again, heading down the back straightaway there, side by side for third, as Hunsicker will get back in line. And I believe Miller must have made a mistake or something. He lost about a second on Cole Wilson. He's going to have to try to regain that time. He is gaining, though. Ooh, going wide, though, is Braden Hunsicker, or I'm sorry, Cameron Chandler once again. Hunsicker cannot get by him just yet. Looking at the leaders. You got a lap car in the way of Ashton Miller. This is not going to help him one bit. That's the 9 of Gauntlet, and that's going to kill his lap. That was terrible for Ashton Miller. Exactly the thing he did not need. A Gauntlet back on the track. Multiple laps down. Or 2 laps down. Miller now back to 2.4 in this. Oh, he gets turned! Cameron Chandler gets turned by Braden Hunsicker. He goes around into the grass trying to get it back fired up. And he will. And that's... Let's take a look at real quick at how that went on. For your 2 drivers up front. So, to his bumper, Chandler went wide, and I believe... I think Chandler came across the bumper, Braden Hunsicker. So I think it was probably on both of them for a portion of that, but mostly probably on Chandler.
See a battle also between 5th and 6th between Sumaya and Matthew White there. Matthew trying to close in on Murray as these two wrecked early in the race. So Matthew White are breaking Murray by a ton. He's almost side by side there coming out of the hairpin.
Door to door heading down the back straightaway. Once again, somebody's got to give through the little kink, and it will be Matthew White once more. Still in the back bumper of Shamela. Shamela goes wide. White going to the outside, trying to make something happen. Cannot do anything yet as they go down to the braking zone once again. Oh, contact being made. Matthew White puts the bumper to the back of Shamela. Cole Wilson pulling about 3.5 seconds ahead. 42.6 that time by for Wilson. 43.2 that time by for Miller with about under 10 minutes to go now.
Let's see what Matthew can do here again. He's going to break him. He sure does. He seemed almost to a bumper, even though he wasn't nearly as close. But he enters the corners way too strong.
Chandler back there as well. And here they come down the back straightaway. Shamela still holding ground on White. A fun little race so far in Daytona. Of course, the lights are now completely on from the World Center of Racing under complete darkness. And they're holding well. Let's take a look at the battle up front. Oh, we got a spinner. Braden Hunsicker from third goes around. Where's Chandler? He could get him back here in a moment if he thought that was Hunsicker's fault. Here comes Cameron Chandler. Down the back straightaway they go. I don't believe he's close enough, but now Hunsicker going to be caught behind these two. Battle for the lead back to now 4 seconds. Wilson putting in really good lap times late in the race. Oh!
That was him. Almost a pass being made into the second hairpin. Seemed like Matthew was going to get alongside, but he didn't.
Got a car maybe in the wall. Oh, it's the 9 who's got big damage. And he is going to... Gonna go hard on the wall. We'll see. Yes, he will reset, and that should be okay then. I'd imagine he's coming down pit road. And then to the inside, where's Pace and Lindsay coming from? Your leader is getting turned almost by Lindsay. My goodness. That was Cole Wilson in the 4. He had to barely make his way around that. Here is Ashton Miller behind him, still about 3.3 seconds back. And this battle now continuing to rage on is now, I believe, the two of Matthew White has let Hunsicker go. Shamela has got a bit of breathing room to White.
Maurice Maya took a hard hit there coming into the last corner. That's what I was screaming for. But he keeps on okay, although he might have some damage. Took a hard leg into that outside wall.
Oh, Hunsicker is loose off corner exit. About 7 minutes to go now in Daytona. You can see debris kind of flying around. It's not as bad as what you would think, because there's no gravel here at Daytona. There's going to be some dirt and stuff on the racetrack, though, that's going to make driving conditions more difficult. I think I do see a kind of some dirt laid down. Not too much, though. Not going to be anything that's going to be affecting the cars too much. Oh, Braden Hunsicker, he's loose! And he's going around through the grass, and oh my goodness, this is bad. Probably Kenny, your leader somewhere. That is big moment from Huntsicker. He's going to have to try to get it fired up again. Huge moment, and he's going to have to let these 3 go, as there is Cameron Chandler. He's got to not be the happiest, but ooh, this is a tough place to be in the middle of the track. We're going to make sure your leaders aren't coming. They're still kind of far behind. There's Cole Wilson, and there is, ooh, he's not fired back up yet. He's going to try to go, and there he is. All right. And that was going to be, if he was sitting in the middle of the racetrack and the leaders were coming, that was going to be a caution. So luckily, 10 more seconds to spare for Cole Wilson. As now here's Landon Johnson trying to look down to the inside of Huntsicker. Huntsicker back to 6th. Yeah, there's like 5 other cars in a big group, including your leader, Cole Wilson, coming. So that probably would have been a yellow, so we didn't have, a big incident if he was still sitting in the middle of the racetrack. But luckily for Cole Wilson, he just avoids that. And we will not have to re-rack him just yet. Lap times 42.8 to 43.4, Wilson and Miller. So Wilson definitely a lot faster than Ashton Miller. Miller now going to pass a lap car. Cole Clausen.
Yeah, Cole Clausen, who was really wide there. Cole, if I were you, I don't know what I would be considering, man.
Wilson still got a couple of lap cars ahead of him.
Well, they say the most important thing is to participate. Well, here we are. Whoa!
Oh, big wreck down the front straightaway. Caution's going to have to come out for that. Yellow.
What?
All right, now it's out.
No.
Okay.
I just came onto a racetrack, and the first thing I saw was calamity there.
Let's take a look how that happens. Cameron Chandler is destroyed. So is Matthew White. Let's take a look. I believe it started with White ahead of them or something. Oh yeah, White hit the wall, and there comes Chandler, destroys him. And they pound the wall. Braden Huntsicker gets involved. He gets destroyed. Multiple cars. There's your Wilson, your leader, off track as they spin, and the caution is out with about 5 minutes to go. One car also spinning. That's Payson Lindsay. I believe Ashton Miller just makes it through. My goodness, what has happened in Daytona?
I came out of the pit, and they immediately started to wreck, which was really strange, but, I'm just going to pull off. I just don't want to finish last. That's about it, so. We're going to call with another little tab here.
So we're under the pace flag, and the caution flag, and there's Cherry. So we're going to have a restart here, maybe about 2 minutes to go. Wow. Miller is pitting. Ashton Miller coming down pit road. He's got a big enough advantage because everyone else crashed behind him from the looks of it. Gonna have to re-rack him here real quick. Got about 3 minutes to go. Miller is putting fresh tires on his machine. What is happening ahead? Okay, there's Sherry.
Oh, well, I'm going back to a spectator mode.
So I don't think we can. Oh, we had a car slow here on the track. That is Payson Lindsay. Got big damage on the wheel. We got a bunch of cars to re-rack here. I don't know if we can't go green this time by. It's going to be close to going back green here. 3 minutes to go now. We obviously can't go green just yet. There is a possibility we could finish under yellow. Shamela might have second. We're going to go to 1 to go this time, by so we make sure we at least get some racing in. Cole Clausen. There's Marty Shamela going to be P2. On pit road, there they are. Huntsicker, White, Chandler, 2 big top 10 drivers tonight, taken out of the race, and that big wreck on the front straightaway resulted in a caution. All right, we're gonna go 1 to go this time. Think we might restart with about maybe a minute to go. Probably gonna be maybe 2 laps the most.
Paul Wilson says he doesn't feel good for this restart, despite leading every single lap up to this point.
I believe we're going to only have 4 lead lap cars to decide this one. A lot out here, like 4 others from the lead lap getting destroyed on the front straightaway.
Aston Miller feels scared about this restart with I don't know how much time.
Then I got Marty Shamela back there. We'll see how this one plays out. All right, here we go. It's going to be about a minute to go in Daytona. Probably going to be, I believe, we're going to come to the white flag next time by 2 laps to decide it. At the World Center Racing, Wilson trying to hold on. Miller in a sidetrack. Green flag back in the air.
And white flag 2, final lap here.
Oh, this is, yes, the final lap in Daytona. Oh, Miller steps on the brake. Shamela back there. Wilson, final time. Into turn number 1 he goes. Down to the back straightaway.
Cole Wilson with a comfortable lead, but will Aston Miller outbrake Cole Wilson as we see Payson Lindsay sitting on the grass.
Got one more chance at it. Oh, he goes wide. Shamela out of the inside now. Miller on the gas, and I believe coming to the checkered flag is going to be Cole Wilson. He is going to come back to Lobbies victory lane. Cole Wilson sees the checkered flag. He's going to win. Oh, my goodness. Race number 1 of the night. Miller is flipping on the front straightaway. Huge wreck. Upside down he goes and gets destroyed by Braden Hunsaker at the end. My goodness, what a crash. Wow. Cole Wilson wins in a wild one at Daytona. Let's take a look at how that happens as well as post-race interviews coming up.
Holy moly, Aston Miller, dude.
So,
a hard wreck there.
Restart on the final lap. Watch Miller here in the 79. He had one more chance. Oh, Payson Lindsay in the middle of the track. Or not, in the track. He had one more chance to drive it in. He just went wide. And then here he is down at the front straightaway for the final time in second. Goes over the curb there. And oh yeah, okay. Goes way wide and oh my gosh. Wild ride for Ashton Miller. And almost takes out the track workers, and there is Hunsaker destroying as the checkered flag comes out. Let's take a ride along with Ashton Miller through this one. Hang on, it's going to be a wild ride in Daytona.
Just stop direct better than Cole Clausen.
Ashton, are you okay, man? Are you okay, man?
Oh.
I think I topped a bigger wreck more than he did. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm freaking dead, dude. I don't think I'm surviving that one, guys.
One more angle at it. Oh, over the curb. Whoa! My goodness. Oh.
I'm gonna be honest right there. I tried cutting the course.
I mean, yeah, I can tell.
I don't think the court's like that.
Wild finish. It'll be Cole Wilson with the victory. How about Marty Shamela? And Landon Johnson takes some of the final spot on the podium. All right. Post-race interviews coming up from here at Daytona. So, Sherry, do you want to do any post-race interviews coming up? You asked the second question or something like that? I don't know where he went. All right. Well, we're going to do interviews coming up. So we'll see if your winner, Cole Wilson, comes in here in just a moment. All right, so I don't believe we're going to have a post-race interview here with Cole Wilson. But coming up next is your second-place finisher, Marty Shamela. Marty Shamela, wild race for you guys. So, of course, you got caught up in an early crash. about maybe 5 minutes into the race. That set you guys maybe just about almost a lap down. You got that caution there at the end of the race that re-racked, and I think restarted in third, and you rebounded to second place, which is where you started. So overall, how was your night tonight, and how did you rebound there to P2?
Yeah, you know, we're happy about the result, definitely, because of all we went through with our Seymour Colostrum BMW machine. But yeah, that first crash just was a little too fast. I think I clipped the grass then and just spun it right around, and nothing you could do at that point in these cars where you're sideways. Luckily, I was still able to drive it instead of towing it. Didn't know where the pit lane entrance was, so I had to do another lap, and then I found it, and then I put on a fast repair, and I was in 11th. I'm like, shoot, not a good showing here, and then worked our way up, had a good battle with Matthew White, and got up to like 4th place, and then 3rd at the time of the caution, got a wave around, so I was back on the lead lap, and then there just Cole Wilson just too good, and was able to pick up a 2nd place finish there with our Seymour Colostrum machine. So yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun, pretty fun new car. Fun track. I've never done that track before. I've never done this car before, and we'll see what our MC Motorsports machine can do in the next race.
So we're coming up with trucks at USA International Speedway, so I'm assuming we'll see you there?
Yeah, that's currently the plan. Hopefully it'll all work out there.
All right, so nice job on the podium. 2nd place finish tonight in Daytona, and we'll see you in the next race coming up in just a few moments at USA International Speedway with the truck.
Yeah, I just got to thank you as well for making it C-class races. I've been waiting to race. I'm just for some reason I'm not B-class yet, so I'm thankful to be able to race here tonight.
Yep. All right, so coming up next, final interview. Not a whole lot of interviews here for Daytona is going to be Jeremiah Gauntlet. He came home, I believe, out of the race.
Race control scoring has ended.
So Jeremiah Gauntlet, I believe you guys will come home with a DNF tonight in Daytona. So what overall happened to put you guys out of this event tonight?
I was terrible. That's just being brutally honest. I am not really a one for road courses or anything outside of stock cars. So this was definitely a new learning experience for me, and it did get fun over time. It was fun driving these, that's for sure. But I know you saw that hard crash I had coming in the turn 1. I hit the wall, and I had already used my fast repair up to this point, and basically I hit the wall. I thought I was fine, but no. I tried braking all I could. No brakes, so I went head first into the wall.
All right, so yeah, of course, unfortunate finish for you guys tonight in Daytona. We're coming up next for the 2nd race of the night, USA International Speedway with the trucks. So will we see you coming up there for the event, the 2nd race of the night?
Yes, you will. I will be there, and I'll also be in the Chicagoland race.
All right, well, we'll see you coming up for, of course, the truck race, and then the main event with the Gen 4 car at Chicagoland up in just a little bit.
Yep. Thank you.
Jeremiah Gauntlet. All right, we're coming up next to, of course, USA International Speedway for race number 2 of the night. And yeah, we are ready to go from USA International Speedway. Stay tuned for NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies week number 25. We'll be right back. Alright, so welcome live here in USA Speedway for race number 2 of the night. Of course, brand new racetrack today. USA Speedway, trucks on the track here tonight. And down the front straightaway goes the 71 at Cole Clausen into turns number 3 and 4. Give us a quick second, gotta fix up the camera angles. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now they're not as zoomed in. And here's Clausen. Now I gotta reload the session. Sorry about that. Alright, we'll be right back. Stay tuned for Lobbies week number 25 tonight. Be back at USA in just a minute. Alright, welcome back once again to USA Speedway. We are officially back. Oh, we got somebody, Cole Clausen already wall riding. Normal Cole Clausen moment as they head down the front straightaway. Hunsicker goes fastest so far. So it's a new short track. This track I don't think actually exists in real life, unfortunately, anymore. Kind of got torn down. Clausen's in the wall and he is spinning his racetrack. 36 here. And the racetrack has the 64 down the front straightaway in the 3 and 4 of that 92 machine. So I guess you could kind of... Oh, that's not pretty. I guess you can kind of say it's maybe... it's not really Martinsville. The front straightaway could remind you of Martinsville. Hanley goes in the wall down the front stretch. So... Then the turns, they kind of remind me of Richmond. Richmond-Martinsville combo, maybe. If that makes any sense. Oh, we got a car, 2 cars in the wall. There's Shamela, who just finished 2nd in Daytona with the BMW M4s. Down the back straightaway in the 3 and 4 goes White. And that Red Bull Toyota Tundra. Alright, so we're going to have yet another night race here at USA Speedway in Florida. Oh, you got a car going around Cole Clausen into the wall hard. Here's the 92 machine. Cameron Chandler now on track down the back straightaway he goes. Behind him, the 92, there's White. Here comes Pace and Lindsay. Here's the 8, down the back stretch on the 3 and 4. So no safer barriers here at USA International Speedway, so we gotta hope everything works out okay tonight. We got a crash. Shimela in the 64 car. Chandler making some good lap times, so currently second. Into 1 and 2 goes Chandler. Yeah, so it really just does remind me of a Martinsville and Richmond combo. So we got a car going around. Into the wall goes TJ Hanley. Oh, hard on the wall. Goes the 14. Down on the front straightaway. About 9 minutes to go here in practice. And here comes the 11 down the backstretch into 3 and 4. All right, so 8 drivers over the line so far. Chandler rejoins the track. And they're going to be heading down the front straightaway once again. Oh, truck getting loose down to the inside. And we got another one going around. TJ Hanley hard on the wall. In the 80. And I think now here in practice for the second race of the night, good time to announce that NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies will return next week once again for the 3rd week in a row. Kind of back on yet another little streak. So 3 weeks in a row of Lobbies, that main event, and the other 2 races will be announced on Wednesday night, as always, next week. And that is going to be Daytona week for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League, with both Cup and Xfinity regular season finales from Daytona. And we already got this entire week talked about all the regular season championship battles and playoff battles for the final spots we got going on. Going to be a fun 2 races with Cup and Xfinity from Daytona for the regular season finale races. We got 2 of them. And then, of course, Friday night is Lobbies. For week number 26. And then also confirming it now, most likely be the final... Spinner 36 goes hard into the wall. That'll most likely be the final Lobbies event of 2024. So that would end us on, I believe, 25 Lobbies events in the year of 2024. 53 weeks in a year. And we've done 25 Lobbies events, which are happen at the most once a week. Oh, the 80. And now, God, hard on the wall goes the 14. And we had only had 1 Lobbies event in 2023. That was week number 1. All right. Yeah, so of course you got next Friday, which is going to be Lobbies week number 26, like we mentioned. And then the Friday after that, and that entire next week after Daytona week, when we decide after we decide the playoffs, will be the Christmas off week, where we have, I guess, the 21st down to the 31st off. And then on New Year's Day, that night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series playoffs will start in Darlington. The day after will be the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series playoffs for the Southern 500 in Darlington. Bryce Benson on the racetrack now goes 9th, and he is loose and struggling so far. It takes a bit to get used to the racetrack. You gotta use the braking zones and all that here at USA Speedway. Comes the 24 truck onto the racetrack. If I had the guess, we'll see the back nameplate. It's not Aiden Donahue. Okay. Oh, spinner of the 42 into the wall hard, and that's gonna lift the back end of that truck up a bit. That is Nolan Crane. He was in the truck race at Dover in Lobbies a few weeks ago. Led a couple of laps there until he got taken out of crashes. Shimela gets destroyed. They were wrecking here on the front straightaway. Chandler now top of the board. So, once again, coming off, so this 14 truck is super loose. Once again, coming off 2 great nights of action in Kentucky for Xfinity and Cup. We saw Xfinity Series regular season championship battle go to an end with Connor Aswell claiming the regular season championship with his 3 wins on the air. And then we saw in the Cup Series, Aiden Donahue take the points lead, and now it's only +6 for Wyatt Youngblood in the playoffs, behind Carlos Ortiz, Jacob Malone, Jordan Herring. Now even Bryce Benton technically still in it for the final race of the year, or final race until the playoff, final race of the regular season in Daytona next week. All right, but that's enough talk about Cup and Xfinity, the actual series that were on Wednesday and Thursday. Let's focus on USA Speedway trucks lobbies. We got a big group going on here on the front straightaway. Lindsay to the inside. These cars, or I should say trucks, are sideways, almost 4 wide for a moment, 3 wide a bit. Down the front stretch they go. More trucks on the racetrack, and crowded here at USA Speedway. We're going to see if anyone's able to use the outside. Of course, with the new iRacing update, there are now marbles that are going to be laid up. There's that. The 14 gets turned hard on the wall, and the 92 going to get slammed by Pace and Lindsay. Oh, big hit. Oh, Bryce Benton is upside down, and nearly to the catch fence. There's just a black hole of nothing off to our right. Not really sure what that is. I don't think it's a lake. I don't know what that is. Alright, there's Lindsay blowing up. He's going to slam the wall again. Riding along with the 80. TJ Hanley, he has 1 Cup start this year. The Cup Series was at Nashville. Here comes McRab. Oh, okay. There we go. Here comes McRab onto the track now. Finished 4th in the Cup race at Kentucky last week. Not locked into the playoffs with +30 heading into Daytona. After he's had multiple second-place finishes this year and a lot of close moments to wins, but fortunately for him, still has not happened. Being still currently +30. Ryan Falk here on the racetrack in the 81. Here's the 33. A lot of trucks coming on track now. Late in practice, 2.5 minutes to go. Oh, spinner! The 33 goes slamming to the wall. And I got 1 truck in the middle of the track ahead of Bryce Benton. Nolan Crane. Still Cameron Chandler. We got... I'm not really sure how he did that. Okay. 2 minutes to go in practice. Here comes Pace and Lindsay down the back straightaway. You got 1 wall riding the 36. Mac Grab goes the 4th. Good lap for him. Oh, they get turned here. He has had good speed on short tracks here in Lobbies. He dominated a race in Iowa with the Xfinity car. Bryce Benton is sideways down the back straightaway. He's going around. Oh, man, Pace and Lindsay slams the wall. Ooh, Falk gets loose in the 81. Ready for a fun night of racing. Second race tonight in Lobbies week number 25 at USA Speedway. Oh, White gonna get to his bumper and maybe try to move him out of the way. You got a car spinning, 2 cars in the wall. Thomas and Chandler. All right, 38 seconds to go. Ready for can't talk tonight, for some Truck Series short track action in Florida. Carlos Ortiz here in the 15. Now on track. Oh, he is. Oh my god, he got Matthew White getting destroyed, and now that'll end practice in a very impressive way down the front straightaway. Qualifying coming up at USA Speedway. We're just driving back. Alright, in reverse. That'll do it. Here we go at the unique racetrack. I'm very disappointed they got rid of this track. It could have been hosted for ARCA, some other things as well. Apparently the sun came back out. I must have messed that up. I usually don't. Sun is out a bit more now for qualifying. I was messing with the times, so that's probably why. When we made the session. Alright. But, anyways. It's on the racetrack for USA Speedway qualifying. Everyone trying to go for the pole. Here comes Matt Grab down into 1 and 2. And up the racetrack he goes, down the back straightaway. He's got 2 laps to qualify, as always. On ovals, oh, he gets Lewis. Braden Hunziker is top of the board so far. Shamele goes in second. Gauntlet goes third. Smith now goes fastest. The 24 will spin when he goes south of the board. Bailey goes in fifth. Here comes Matt Grab in a 3 and 4. Was on maybe a throwaway lap. Matthew went now top of the board. Oh, Matt Grab in the wall. And 10th place with a lap that was 3/10 off the pace will be his best. And now Chandler is going around. He was 10th and he's going to crash. They are all going for it here in qualifying. The 1 Celsius machine heading onto the backstretch. That's Davis. Oh, Davis is loose and going around. Beard puts down a 15th place lap. Matt Grab down in 16th. Got Smith in the 24. He is back on the track, I believe. No, he cannot. Can't make a lap time. He's currently 4th. Here's TJ Hanley. And Hanley backs it down. He qualifies 13th. Down the front stretch goes 1. Puts down a 19th place lap, and he backed it down. The 81. Falls back on the track. Currently 5th with a decent lap. Improve on that second one. Goes up to 4th. Here's Cole Clausen still on pit road, the 92, the 34. Volk has ended his run. Some drivers electing not to qualify. Might not be the greatest track to elect not to qualify. It's a short track, only 75 laps. It's going to be hard to pass, I'd have to imagine, tonight. If you don't have the fastest racetrack. So this is definitely a racetrack where I would not want to skip qualifying. Oh, is now the 24 goes around down the front straightaway and into the wall he goes. You do not want to have like 30 trucks ahead of you. That's not going to be the best case scenario for a lot of cars. That will most likely wrap up qualifying. Ooh, we got trucks back on the track. All right. Cole Clausen now maybe deciding he wants to go on track to put down a lap time. Through 1 and 2 goes Clausen. 19 trucks have gone over the board so far. Clausen heads down the back straightaway in the third. Back on the gas he goes. Down the front stretch for that pivotal first lap. He can improve. We have seen a lot of drivers improve on that second one. Clausen is 12th. Decent first lap for Clausen. Let's see what he does on the second lap. Down the back straightaway he goes. Through turns 3 and 4, trying to improve up from 12th place. Clausen a bit up the racetrack. Down the front straightaway he goes. And he improves his lap time, does not improve his position. Got the 33 now on track. And he backs it down. Thomas is 13th. All right, that doesn't qualify. Checkered flag in the air. White on pole. Rest of the top 10. Hunsicker, Lindsay, Falk, Smith, Shamela, Maurice, Bailey, Justice, and Crane. We welcome you live to race number 2 of NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies Week 25. Brand new racetrack, brand new car track combo, USA Speedway with the trucks. Welcome in live tonight. All right. So 75 laps at USA Speedway. You can see Matt Grab was probably going to be a very good qualifying effort. He was in the top 10, top 5 in practice. He had one lap was a throwaway lap. His second lap he got loose and crashed on the front straightaway, and he's going to be starting in 20th. So they think Matt Grab is not neat. He's been good at charging through the field this season, through anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Well, he's going to have to try to do that tonight. So, the 60, I believe that is Braden Hunsicker in the My Little Pony car, apparently. Okay. It's interesting. Only in lobbies. So, trucks will roll off in just a few moments. Stands are packed at USA Speedway in Lakeland, Florida. All right, some short track trucking tonight in the Lobbies Week 25. Pace truck gonna roll off on the front stretch. So we already went through your top 10. You get the rest of the top 20s. Okay, Shamela not rolling off here. Oh, what are we doing? Apparently we just push. Oh, okay. If you're not rolling off, just hit the guy that's ahead of you. Apparently. All right. Only in lobbies. As we get ready for the restart, or the initial start coming up, riding along with your leader, Matthew White. Here we go. We'll see what the brand new racetrack, USA Speedway, has for us tonight. Gonna go one more time around, salute the fans. Down to the front straightaway we go, here tonight. And single 1 to go here at USA. Everyone got to warm up the tires. It's more important to weave back and forth in iRacing now with the new tire models and updates to these race trucks, I believe. At least in the Cup Series it is. I believe it carries over in here with the marbles and all that and the different updates they made to debris and tires and whatnot. Whatever. Doesn't really matter right now. The pace truck is about to make that hard left turn down to pit road, and in the field is Matthew White and Braden Hunsicker leading them to the green flag. The second race of Lobbies, week number 25, is underway at USA Speedway with the trucks. Oh, Braden Hunsicker way up the racetrack on lap 1. Everyone tries to get by behind him. 3 wide action down the backstretch they go. Oh, the 32 is up the racetrack. He's in the wall, and the Clausen is crashing as well. They all saved it somehow. We'll keep it green. Down to the inside they go. I don't know how they all saved it. That was impressive. Got a truck. Okay, he's going to reset. Back to pit road. The 88 down to the inside. Oh, the 8 gets turned. I reckon that they all save it once again, so no caution. Can't exactly throw caution with, you know, it's a short track. Not going to throw, oh, with it. Oh, Carlos Ortiz spins down the front straightaway. He goes around, he'll save it. A lot of chaos. Oh, the 24 is in the middle of the track. That's got to be a yellow. He's getting slammed. Caution's going to come out for the first time as now, oh, okay, the caution's out. Nobody's slowing it down, apparently. What a mess of a restart. We honestly should probably go single file restarts. I'm going to be honest. We're going to switch to single file restarts and see how that goes. That was an ugly start. One of the ugliest starts I think I've ever seen. Oh, he just gets loose. Maybe a bit of contact by Crane. And in the middle of the track here, the 36 slides up into him. And, ooh, gets slammed by the 14. The 1 maybe got involved. Here comes Cole Clausen, the 94. Alright. Caution. We'll see if anyone pits. Alright. So unfortunate. We'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to see if anyone elects to come down pit road. You got 3 sets of tires for tonight. Back here. Pit road, I think, is open. Should be, at least. Doesn't look like anyone's pitting. We've got trucks coming off pit road, actually. That pitted before. Alright. Jason Lindsay is mowing the grass down the front stretch. So, of course, we're going to try out single file restarts. Probably looking at a restart maybe on lap 8. So, 30 truck field at a brand new short track that most people have never raced at least in the truck, is gonna do these things. So we're gonna switch to single file restarts. And it's also open lobbies. So you know. Alright. So it'll be lap number 8 once the green flag comes back out in USA. Mason Lindsay got a good initial start, back up in the 2nd place. Chandler back to 9th. Got Benton back there running 8th, Nolan Crane in 6th, Braden Hunsicker 5th. Marty Shamela got a decent start. He's currently in 4th. So we'll see how this restart goes. Fake truck back down pit road as they're going to head down to the front straightaway field in the hands of Matthew White. Yet again, he'll be taking off. Green flag back in the air here at USA Speedway. Into 1 and 2 they go. Single file, of course. Falk trying to get to the back bumper of Pace and Lindsay. Now into the wall goes Lindsay. Down to the inside goes Falk. On the rear bumper of that 99 machine. Into 1 and 2 they go. Oh, spinner back there. And around goes the 96. He's going to get it back going, and we'll keep rolling. White with the lead currently there is Lindsay coming to lap 10 in USA Speedway. Side by side now for 3rd. Shamela down to the inside of Falk. Ooh, Shamela getting Falk a bit looser. Side by side. Here comes Hunsicker now to the outside, trying to rebound after starting in 2nd. Falk way up the racetrack. Shamela to his door. Got a lap truck. What is this lap truck doing? Oh my goodness. What on earth? Caution's out. iRacing was just not working. Not really sure what that was all about. Let's take a look. All right, so the 84, I was terrible. I don't really know what he was thinking. In the middle of the racetrack, his truck is destroyed. Doesn't bring to pit road. He just sits up here in front of the leaders, and then he turns down right in front of the. I'm not really sure what he was doing. Hunsicker spins, Folk spins. Benton gets damaged as they all wreck down the front straightaway, and Hunsicker spun yet again. Alright. So we'll see if any of your leaders elect to pit here. Leaders stay out. You got Folk pitting, who was up in the top 5 before. And Matt Grab also pitting behind him. Cole Clausen, another truck back there as well. Yeah, I just don't really know what that was all about. Luckily, there wasn't more damage. Caution comes out second time tonight, lap 13. So we're going to once again go for single file restarts without that lap car moment. Once again, I feel like we have so many of these lap car moments in lobbies. We had one in Las Vegas. That was probably the most infinite, or one of the most infinites, where Bryce Benton, your leader, just got destroyed by a lap car ahead of him in the Gen 4 Lobbies main event at Las Vegas. You also had one in the ARCA race at Daytona months ago. Now we have one tonight in USA Speedway. So single file restarts definitely worked out a whole lot better than double file restarts until the lap car incident. Alright, so we'll come to 1 to go this time. Pace and Lindsay gets close to the pit barrels. Checking up back here. You take a look, they're 3 wide back here, trying to make sure they're all in the right position. Alright, 1 to go till we restart. We'll be back underway on lap number 16. Well, I just led all the laps so far. And he is one of the better short track racers in the league. Pace truck back down pit road. White trying to get another exceptional restart. He will pull away. Down the front straightaway they go. Here is Shamela into the inside of Pace and Lindsay. Tries to make a spot up there. Cannot do it. Lindsay goes up the racetrack. Shamela now in the bumper of the 99. Into 3 and 4 they go. Lindsay up the track. Shamela to his quarter panel. Oh, spinner in the back. One truck goes down to the inside of the 32. He goes around by himself. We got another truck. He will reset the pit road and will stay green. The 32 gets it back going. Kind of in front of the leaders. He's slow. Hopefully we don't have another lap car moment in this race, as White will head down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Pace and Lindsay staying on behind, and there's Shamela. Oh, what is he doing? My goodness, what a terrible moment. And he resets, and there's no need for a caution. They're 4 wide almost down the front straightaway. That was pathetic. My goodness. White now going to be the second. He's got a bit of front end damage. Nobody really crashed, so no caution will come out for that. They're side by side now from all that action. 20 laps in. Here comes Lindsay to the inside of Matthew White. Bryce Benson back there. Shamela currently leading. Lindsay into second place. Oh, what? Matthew White has an issue or something. He is up the racetrack, losing multiple spots. They're 3 wide. Braden Hunsicker, Maddox Beard, Nolan Crane. White falling back even further around Cameron Chandler, and it's 11 trucks way off the pace. as you saw him just slam into the lap truck who went around. Lap truck has came back down pit road, of course. I believe he's also been disqualified. Oh, trouble! Nolan Crane goes around. We'll see if he can get it. He will get it fired back up. We'll stay green. There's the lap truck, the 32. And down the front straightaway goes your leader, Shamela. Into 1 and 2 they go. Took the lead after that moment with Matthew White, who is now back there in 6th place as they're battling here. Bannock Spear to the inside of Braden Hunsicker. Carlos Ortiz in this battle as well. Oh, and the wall goes Hunsicker. Ortiz still working to the inside of the 64. Side by side down the back straightaway. Getting loose down on the bottom is Maddox Beard once more. And here we go to the inside. Cameron Chandler. Probably one of your favorites for the win tonight on Bryce Benton. Oh, contact for the lead as well. Payson Lindsay gets the bumper of Shamela. Got a truck in the grass. That's Nolan Crane. Here we go to the outside for the lead. Payson Lindsay. Oh, Braden Hunsicker off the pace back there in the 64. Side by side for the top spot. In the 3 and 4 they go. Lindsay on the outside. Shamela on the inside. Door to door heading down the front stretch. Contact is made. Good old Friday night short track racing. Shamela will get back in front of Lindsay. Once again, Lindsay the bumper to the 88. Stays ahead coming to lap 28. And now once again, Lindsay works to the inside. Can't get there just yet. Yeah, Shamela was running good in 3rd. Then he got helped out by a lap car destroying Matthew White, who is back now in 6th and out of contention for the win currently. Oh, Payson goes around! And he is going to be able to get it fired back up, it looks like, and will stay green. Lindsay, one of the challengers for the lead, goes around, and now Shamela has a decent lead on Bryce Benton. Lap 30 now underway. Chandler to the inside of Moore for 3rd. Yeah, unlucky there for Payson Lindsay. Quick slide up the racetrack. He basically saved it. Will stay green. Now Chandler going to the outside of Benton. Oh yeah, so it was Benton that gave his teammate Lindsay a bit of contact. And here we go for 2nd. You got Cole Clausen in the middle of the track. He'll go out of the way of the leaders. Now to the inside of the 9 is the 18. Chandler in the 2nd place. And he'll be trying to work down to chase Marty Shamela, who's up the racetrack, and here comes Cameron Chandler. Momentum coming for the 8 machine. He's to the inside. Gets to his bumper once again. Puts the bumper to the back of the 88. Moves Shamela up the track. Side by side down the back stretch in the 3 and 4. You got Moore following in behind Chandler. Still door to door, and Cameron Chandler clears for the race lead. Now for 2nd. Moore to the inside of Shamela. Got a lap truck of Nolan Crane ahead of these guys. And Shamela falls back to 3rd place. Here is Chandler back to the inside of the 42. Up the racetrack he goes, Nolan Crane. And they're going to go down the front stretch yet again.
That was it. We've seen a lot of wild action here throughout the night, we've seen a lot of cautions here. And we are seeing a lot of bumping and rubbing here.
Yeah, now Matthew White back to 7th, possibly 8th, after still feeling the effects of that front end damage. As we welcome Richard Cherry back to the booth. All right. So Chandler has about a half-second lead currently. Moore in second, not going away. You got Shamela back in third. Under kind of a longer run as Bryce Benton now runs in fourth. You got Pace and Lindsay, who went for a bit of a slide, who saved it in 12th currently. Side-by-side battle between Hanley and Justice. That's for 9th. Oh, almost contact off corner exit once again. Now they're catching Matthew White. Look at this 11 truck. He is struggling really, really bad. He is way up the racetrack, almost going around down the front straightaway.
These tracks are really loose. That's what I noticed in those few laps I ran. It was really loose coming into the corner, and now in the long run, coming off the corners, we see some damage to the front bumper of Matthew White in the 11 Red Bull machine.
Of course, got caught up when the lap car slammed into the back of him. Got the lap car sideways, who saved it, and that was the only truck involved, so there was no yellow. That's ultimately what set up his downfall in this race. He's back to 10th place, and that truck is an absolute handful.
Yeah.
Up front, lap 39 is over, lap 40 underway. You got Moore running in. Oh, got a car on the wall. He resets right in the right moment, and so we will stay green. Nolan Crane way up the racetrack in the 42. I believe that was Maddox Beard, but he reset, so no caution will come out. How about Carlos Ortiz having a good run? He's currently in 5th. Benson now trying to chase down Chamela, but he's got Ortiz all over his back bumper. And he's going out of the inside, making contact with the 9. Carlos Ortiz looking to clear off corner exit. He will go to 4th.
Bryce Ben tried to go back to the inside, but we saw him getting really loose there. As Carlos Ortiz takes a spot coming to turn 3.
Yeah, Ortiz has had some really good speed. He got Matt Grab quietly running in 6th. He is one of those long run kings. Oh, Shamela had an issue off corner exit. He gets loose.
Yeah, he's falling off a lot. He was in the lead, and now he's dropping from 3rd and perhaps all the way down to, I don't know, until a caution comes out.
So there has been since the last yellow flag is now. Here comes Matt Grab and the back bumper of Bryce Benton. Once again, trying to work down to the inside. Still on his bumper. Benton is loose down the front straightaway. It's already
Let's try to go on board with some of these people, whether it's Marty or Carlos or Matt Grab or Bryce.
Riding along with Bryce Benton here as he goes side by side with Matt Grab. We'll watch the battle here on with the number 81. Now they're starting to really all slide around. Benson now trying to get momentum here. Matt Grab ahead of him. Listen and watch the throttle control on Bryce Benton. Ease is on the gas down the back straightaway. Honestly, yeah, like I said before, really reminds me of Richmond and Martinsville combined. Similar
or
tactics.
maybe even Old Bristol with that bumpy surface it used to have, but obviously way less banking. As I'm noticing also, it is really characteristic of this racetrack. How close they get to the outside wall before entering the corner, especially in turn 3 with that opening you have. You take out that opening, you get a way better corner exit, as we see Carlos Ortiz trying to make the pass for 3rd on Marty Semilla.
But here comes his teammate, Matt Grab, back to the inside.
Yep, Matt Grab has been coming from all the way to the back, down, up to 5th right now, and maybe to 4th. He's going to make the pass for 4th. They enter the corner side by side.
Lap 49 now underway. We're got about 27 to go. Chandler still with a 3.4 second lead over Moore. These drivers back here probably will want a caution pretty soon. Matt Grab and Carlos Ortiz still side by side down the back straightaway. Ooh, momentum coming for Matt Grab. Nearly clear of Ortiz, and now he is clear off corner exit. Oh, spinner on the front straightaway. Into the wall hard goes Nolan Crane. We will see if he can get that thing rolling once again.
Whoa.
Back up into traffic. He is going to reset, and we will stay green. All right. Now Matt Grab trying to put pressure on Shamela.
Oh, really loose, Miller. They're coming off turn 4. And even in the straightaways, he's really loose there.
Bumper now to the back bumper of the 88 by Matt Grab. Battle for 3rd place at USA Speedway.
Yeah, at some point, Matt Grab is going to get really desperate, and it might apply the bumper to the back of the 88 machine.
Yeah, he's got to go if he wants to make something happen up front. Moore and Cameron Chandler have kind of just driven off into the distance with 23 to go. Back to the inside goes the 53 of Matt Grab. Sends it down in there. Maybe a crossover coming from Shamela. He goes back to the inside and door to door down the front straightaway. Oh, contact's made. Matt Grab and Shamela both save the race car. And Ortiz is going to take advantage of this. He's going back to the inside of Matt Grab.
But how much is that going to affect Matt Grab?
Matt Grab back on the outside lane. Ortiz to his quarter panel. Down the front stretch they go. Momentum coming, and Matt Grab clears Carlos Ortiz on corner exit yet again. Shamela is just holding on for dear life. He's low, he's loose. Hits the wall down the front straightaway.
81 also hits the wall there. Ryan Falk in the 81 machine.
He's side by side with the 14 of Justice for battle for 7th place.
Man, what a blast here seeing these tracks
Oh!
in this bumpy surface.
We got a truck way up.
This typical short track racing at its best.
Yeah, Friday night trucking here at a short track in southern Florida. Or I believe it's southern, but I don't know where.
Northern. Somewhere in the north, but...
Oh, northern Florida. Got that completely wrong. And now to the outside goes Matt Grab. Oh, nearly in the wall. 18 to go.
Carlos Ortiz trying to make a move. The outside is not going to work, however. He gets way too wide there, and he's going to lose a lot of ground to the 53 Toyota machine of Matt Grab.
Yeah, it's kind of just a one lane, maybe lane up to the outside a bit, where you can see like Matt Grab running. That's Shamela! He almost goes around. He'll save it. Watch out. He's gonna nearly turn Carlos Ortiz. Hunsicker moves out of the way. And coming down pit road.
Marty really loose there. He burned his right rear, and he's drifting that track every single lap.
Yeah, he's definitely hoping for a caution very, very soon. Matt Grab definitely hoping for a yellow. He's now 7 seconds behind the race lead. But with all that, he's also loose. How about Carlos Ortiz? He's got momentum. Where's he going to take it? Down the front stretch they go yet again. 15 laps to go. Three-second lead now for Cameron Chandler. He's just hoping for no caution in the last 14 laps. But, you know, anything can happen. We thought there was going to be basically no yellows in the BMW race earlier tonight. Until there's a yellow flag with 3 minutes to go. Carlos Ortiz up the racetrack a bit. That could give Matt Grab some breathing room. But he's also falling off for the race lead. Now here we go. Justice to the inside of Shamela for 5th. They go side by side off corner exit and down the backstretch. And Justice will clear him. Let's try to look up front for a second. You got a battle here. Now, how about Matthew White now after from the lead to 1 lap down in the exact same run? That is insane. There is more currently running in second, having a good run. But there is your leader, Cameron Chandler, 11 laps to go here at USA Speedway.
And Matthew's really loose there. I saw him getting loose coming off turn 4 as well.
Yeah, he is. I don't know. He got that front end damage, but got to be more than that. This truck is just undrivable. Now he's kind of going to get caught up here with Matt Grab and others. Oh, Matt Grab! Work to the inside of White, who's going to pull it off, maybe coming to pit finally. No, he's going to re-enter the racetrack. 9 to go.
Now, does anyone went way too wide there? Let's see what happened to him. He just went wide. You know, that's a typical mistake, and he's gonna park it on the grass, and he's gonna pull it off.
All right. So there's your leader, Chandler. Gonna go to the side under a long run.
Justice is catching Carlos Ortiz and Matt Grab there. Let's see if he can do something.
Ortiz hasn't been able to get around Grab just yet. I think it's kind of just level off on pace. Yeah, Justice coming with momentum.
Yep. There is also a lap car, the lap car of Landon Johnson, so that may be a factor deciding 3rd place here tonight.
6 laps to go. Here comes Carlos Ortiz to the inside of Matt Grab for a moment. He'll actually get to his quarter pin. Oh, they make contact! Matt Grab is going to crash! He's in the wall. He's in a bad... Okay, we got to throw a caution for that. That's a bad spot to be in. Caution's out, and it changes everything. 5 laps to go. Matt Grab goes around in front of the field. Luckily, everyone avoids him. The caution will come out anyways. Man, just got turned by his teammate. Let's take a look at another angle at that. The inside goes Ortiz. Impressive move. Matt, oh yeah, just hit the apron, it looks like, and just spins out Matt Grab, who's just going to overcorrect it into the wall.
He just came up Carlos Ortiz there on Matt Grab. So that's going to be something controversial within TCMC, even though Matt Grab drives a Toyota, but you know, it should be called another name.
Yeah, it just gets a little bit too on the apron, and then Matt Grab into the wall hard, and not that hard, and then in front of other cars, nearly gets slammed, and just in front of the field. We didn't really have a choice but to throw the yellow. And your leaders are pitting here at USA Speedway. Will we see any pit strategy? I believe trucks are staying out. Folk and Hanley both stay out. 3 to go. It'll be overtime most likely. Will we see any more strategy? Maybe 2 tires, 4 tires. Good stop. Look at the Morgue machine. He'll be off pit road first. 2nd place.
Yeah, we see Ortiz, Justice taking 4 tires there as they were off pit road.
Cameron Chandler going to restart in 7th. Man, he is not going to be happy about this one.
Maybe with tire strategy, is going to make something work.
So Falk stays out.
We are going to analyze Cameron Chandler's times. His best time is a 20.9. Well, from the last caution, all the way up to here. All his times were actually identical almost. Really impressive performance by the number 8 Lively Customs Diecast Chevrolet. Let's see what he can do here with 4 Goodyear tires.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting here to restart the race. So it's only going to be 2 laps to go. Keep that in mind. It's a short track. Falk has been decent all day. Hanley's been all right. So he's still got to get forward through drivers. Then there's another car on 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Moore, who was racing second with Cameron Chandler, was kind of keeping pace, to be honest, only losing a couple tenths a lap, or maybe like a tenth or so a lap, maybe even less, but he's going to be starting on the outside lane, which is, well, actually, no, the single file, I forgot about that. Do we want to go double, I think is it too late to go double file? I don't know.
Main problem with single file is that in the middle of the pack they're going to start to check up. So
I mean, it's worked a lot better than double file. And honestly,
yeah, well, don't keep it.
Yeah, let's just... I don't know. I just don't like... I don't like the look in my mind of double file restart and overtime on a short track in lobbies. I just don't love the look of that. So we'll see what happens.
Well, Perez truck turns his lights off, and he's just going to pull away, unfortunately for him, but fortunately for these drivers.
Here we go. It's going to be overtime. Just like that. Contact is made for the lead. Green flag. Oh, Moore's wrecking down the front straightaway. Caution. Oh, we're not. Okay. Oh, Ortiz into the wall. Will he save it? I believe he does. No caution. They're side by side for the lead. Here comes Cameron Chandler going to the outside. Hanley there as well. Falk is trying to hang on. Oh, he's going to get turned in front of Chandler. They take the white flag under green. Next flag ends the race, and there is, oh my goodness, they're 3 wide. Chandler's up the racetrack. He's in the wall. Hanley's leading. Chandler gets spun. My goodness, what is going on? Final time down the backstretch for TJ Hanley. Benson's in the second place. Through 3 and 4, an absolutely wild finish. TJ Hanley, first career win in USA Speedway. Oh my.
What a chaotic finish. The whole field just wrecked, and the 80 machine wasn't expected to win. Comes home with a checker flag and with a golden horseshoe stuck up with you-know-where.
Oh my god. What did we just witness?
I don't know.
We gotta take a look at that replay. My god.
I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna come back though.
Oh, okay. A little bit of a celebratory there as Benson now comes home in second. Oh. Okay, well, tap post-race interviews coming up. And we'll take a look at what happens. Man, oh man. What a finish. TJ Hanley gets the win. Unreal finish. He burns it down for a minute. And yeah, post-race interviews coming up. Let's take a look at how this race finished. I'm not... Oh my god, I am speechless at this point. Wow. So, we had like 1 car, maybe 2 in the wall in the back. Nobody else was involved, so there was no yellow. So let's take a look here with Hanley. So final time, 2 laps to go here. Look at Chandler. He was about to drive around these two. Of course, Day got turns, or not Day. Falk got turns. He was about to drive away, and then Chandler got soaked up or something, and Shamela goes to the inside, 3 wide. He pushes the 8 way up the racetrack, and look at these drivers just come together. Chandler gets hurt again by Shamela, and they crash, and Lindsay's involved as they all just pile up down here. Right along with the 8 of Cameron Chandler through this incident. And it was just Shamela. Let's watch the 88. So, of course, there they go. I thought Chandler had made it through, was leading on the final lap. He had cars to the inside. Here comes Shamela on his bumper, just gets him and into the wall. As Hanley will take the lead, and then Shamela just turns him, and around goes Cameron Chandler and crashes down the front straightaway. And, just gets pounded. He had fortunately had this race won in the bag before the caution flag came out with his teammate, Matt Grab, in the middle of the racetrack. Hard hit up there as well. And then also probably had it won until he got turned by the 88. Just an unfortunate situation there for Cameron Chandler. It was a great day. It turned bad. And had the lead there. I thought he was pulling away. And then Shamela just drives it in there, 3 wide middle, pushes Chandler up the racetrack, and unfortunately gets turned around, and unfortunately everybody else wrecks there. You can see Matthew White, Payson Lindsay. Shamela gets involved. Falk as well. Landon Johnson down to the inside, made it through. And we got post-race interviews coming up. Ooh, drivers might not be the most happy. There's that hit at the end. All right. Post-race interviews coming up. What a wild one at USA Speedway. All right. Marty Shamela, unbelievable finish. So you were side by side for the lead, coming to the white flag after staying on old tires. You saw a car get spun, the 81 down to the inside. Then you're like basically 3 wide down to the inside. How did you somehow hold on to claim your first ever NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies win?
First and foremost, that setup was really hard to drive. It felt like my right rear was always up in the air. Really hard to get aggressive with, especially in the early run. It felt better as the run went on. Like I was able to like do more with it. It was still loose, but that was different. Honestly, I don't know if you designed that or if somebody else did, but that was different. It had a very different feeling to it. As far as that, you can't win by doing what everybody else does, right? Like that's what Larry. That's what old Larry says. You know, you can't beat the leader by doing what the leader does. Started in 3rd gear, got right on the 2's butt, and my idea was, man, get him going as soon as we can, and let's try to make this a 2-truck race, 3 maybe with the 461. I think he started in 2nd gear, spun his tires, so I was still committed to going to the outside and catching him off guard. Looks like it worked. Going into 3, he drove it in a little deeper. I crossed him over. I don't know if there was net code or maybe he came down to block or maybe he got hit. I don't know. Either way, like that was some pretty good racing there. So I have nothing against the 2-truck. And then I saw the 461 coming into turn 1 in my rear view. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to block that because he's going to send it. And he's like, last lap, we're going to send it. That's just what we do, right? It's iRacing 101. So I go down to block that. And I thought I came up. The 8 says that the white truck that was in the middle, it says that he just overdrove it as well. So from there, it was just try to hit my lines and try to hang on. I saw chaos in the back. I didn't know how much space I had and hit my lines, hit cross the line. Got number 1, and someone's gonna be mad about that. Well, then you don't need to be racing because this is a hosted fun race. It's supposed to be fun. And honestly, the overall driving was not that bad tonight. Like once we got on that green flag run, that was some really good driving by everybody.
All right, so once again, big congratulations on the victory. Your first ever in Lobbies. So we're coming up next for the main event at Chicagoland. So coming out off your win in the second race of the night with the trucks at USA, do you think you're going to be coming up in Chicagoland?
I got nothing going on, so yeah, I'll hit y'all up in Chicagoland.
All right, well, big congrats on your win here tonight at USA Speedway with the trucks, and we'll see you coming up next for the Gen 4 main event at Chicagoland.
Thank you, Ethan.
And that was TJ Handley comes home with the victory tonight. Bryce Benson coming up next, second place finisher. So Bryce Benson, you come home P2 after a wild finish there at the end. So you guys ran the top 5, top 10 for pretty much all of the race. Then there was that late race caution setup. I think you guys came down pit road, and you'll you'll come back to a second place finish. So how did you drive through all of that chaos there at the end? The somehow come home P2.
Yeah, that was one of the wildest iRacing finishes I've seen. But yeah, I just basically just had to avoid all the chaos. I kind of got lucky. I was able to just be in the right place at the right time. But yeah, that was again really crazy. And then we were able to get P2 because I got to the inside. I don't even know who it was, but I got to the inside, and then we went side by side through the corner, but I had the inside, and that was obviously the best line, so I was able to get P2. I actually thought I was gonna be able to win for a sec, but yeah, there's TJ Hanley. I wasn't gonna get there, but either way, that was a pretty fun race, and a wild finish.
Yeah, so we're coming up to Chicagoland next up after your second place finish tonight. How do you guys think you're going to do in Chicagoland for the main event with the Gen 4 cars?
Yeah, I think we'll have a chance there. I'm not horrible with the Gen 4s. I don't know if I've ever driven that combo, so it'll be interesting, but I think I can do pretty well. I think I'll probably do a little bit better than I did here in USA. Like on actual pace, not in the finishing maybe, but on actual pace, I think we'll do a little bit better.
All right, well, nice job still in the second place finish and the podium, and we'll see you coming up next in Chicagoland in just a few moments.
Yep.
All right, so final interview, Cameron Chandler, unfortunately, for a dominant race there at the end, comes home 9th. We'll be up here for an interview just a second. So Cameron Chandler dominated their second half of the race here tonight at USA Speedway. After the caution came out with Matt Grab, your teammate, sitting in the middle of the racetrack, that set up an overtime restart. You guys came down pit road. Of course, there was maybe like 5-6 cars that stayed out. You had a great restart. You went to the outside. It looked like you took the lead away. Then it just looked like you got turned, I think, by the 88 there in the final lap. So take me through that your perspective on those final 2 laps.
Yeah, Al Qaeda member decides he's gonna send it in from all the way from Japan and expect to make the corner. And he said he didn't see TJ to the inside of him, which honestly is the most mind-boggling thing I have ever seen in my life. I don't know how you can see a car that's clearly right in front of you, and even if you did see him, you weren't gonna make the corner anyway. So you're just awful. But typical NR night driver, and also race control, way to go. Car's been spinning middle of the track, and we didn't throw cautions until we need one for entertainment value. But it's whatever with that. Just really, Marty Shmela, I hope that meant a lot to you. You didn't even finish the race, buddy. So yeah, you can go suck one.
All right, so we're coming up next here at Chicagoland for the main event. So do you think you guys will have a bit of a rebound race? You, of course, I think won or almost won, or actually you did win Gen 4 here, race 1 here, Gen 4 race once before at Kansas. So do you guys think you can do it once again in Chicagoland?
No, we didn't win Kansas because we chipped that away. But I don't know. I kind of wanted to win that one, but oh, hold on. We got Marty Shmela yapping on Twitter. Yeah, let's go see what he said. He said, apparently we wrecked an admin and got banned. Yeah, you might be the dumbest person I have ever met in my life. You are, oh my god. This guy's incredible. Typical NR night driver. You can enjoy not coming back here ever again.
All right, well, we'll see you coming up next here in USA.
Yep, and as always, thank you to Lively's Custom Diecast, official diecast producer of FedEx Cup Series.
Not true. All right, cars on the racetrack. All right. So now cars on the racetrack. Yeah, so obviously as we go live here tonight at Chicagoland for the main event, the Gen 4 cars at Chicagoland in our second Gen 4 2007 NEXTEL Cup Series main event. I had one in Las Vegas maybe about a month or two ago. Yeah, so the comment about the final caution there, yeah, we saw it as a needed caution. The other ones, drivers were just sliding out of the way, and there was nobody else coming behind. There was like maybe 8 other cars coming behind Matt Grab. There's also 3 wide packs, so yeah, we obviously needed that yellow flag. A little defense to back that up, and yeah. But anyways, that race is over. Coming up to Kansas. To the outside goes Cole Clausen. Oh, but he is sideways. Oh, Clausen gonna slam the wall. All right, so it's night racing here tonight at Chicagoland. Benton goes top of the board so far. Chicagoland Speedway used to host the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series Championship. That happened only in season number 1. And here is White in the 25. So Benton has been very, very strong with this Gen 4 car before in Lobbies. One of his strong suits. There he is in the 9 car. He was leading, of course, in Las Vegas until he got, of course, taken out by that lap car incident. And here he comes down the front stretch. There's on the racetrack, CJ Ehrman. There's Cole Clausen. Here comes Payson Lindsay back on track. Oh, car on the wall. It's White. All right, in the 3 and 4 goes Cole Clausen in the 71. Down the front straightaway, and now here on pit road, you got the 18 coming off. Got the 12 still on pit road. Urban goes third. And he is ripping the board. So once again, Chicagoland Speedway now hosts. Now it has a spot in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series playoffs once again. It was just a regular season race last year after being the championships in Season 1. Back in the playoffs this year in the first round, the round of 12. Round 12 was a very, very unpredictable round. The only, like, really non-wild card is... Or sorry, actually, this race is the round of 8. I don't know what I'm talking about. Round of 8 is also another unpredictable wild card round. It's got, of course, Chicagoland to start us off, then Talladega after that, and Bristol to set up the championship for. The round of 12 consists of, first up, the Darlington Southern 500, which is an insane, unpredictable race. Then really unpredictable now in iRacing, because how it races with the Gen 7 is Michigan, which is the second race of the round of 12, and then we have the third race of the round of 12 at the Charlotte Roval. Another unpredictable race to have the round of 12 elimination, and that's going to be insane.
Yeah, and it's gonna showcase a lot of what skills do the drivers in the playoffs have. Some drivers might be better at difficult tracks like Darlington. That if you can master that racetrack, you can master any track on the schedule. Then we have kind of a quote-unquote normal track at Michigan, and then we have the Charlotte Oval, which rewards survival and road course skill. So it's going to be interesting. And then we have Chicagoland, the same racetrack for the round of 8, Talladega for the third to last race, and then Bristol as the cutoff race. Is going to be really interesting for sure with the chaos that's going to be produced in both of those racetracks, Talladega and Bristol.
Yeah, so in the playoffs, including the Championship 4, Round of 8, and Round of 12, you have 2 mile-and-a-halfs, 1 super speedway in Talladega, 1 random track, Darlington. I guess you call that intermediate. It really is not. You got 1 short track at Bristol. You got a road course at Charlotte. You got a 2-mile oval at Michigan. And yeah, just going to be unbelievable for the playoffs coming up.
Yeah. And meanwhile, for Xfinity, you will have, instead of the Charlotte Roval, we have Spa-Francorchamps. It's going to be a really interesting track to run. And in my opinion, coming from the F1 leagues, I'm really excited to see how these drivers can handle corners like Eau Rouge and Puan and everything like that. A really fast racetrack, even though it's not going to be as fast with a stock car.
Yeah,
but it's going to be really interesting for sure.
Of course, Spa was in the Xfinity Series regular season last season, and it was won by this man, Trenton Wilkin, last year in his Toyota when he was full-time chasing Aiden Donahue for the championship that year. What a battle they had all Xfinity Series championship night in Kansas, and just came down to the final couple of laps. Ended up with Donahue on top. And here is Wilkin, top of the board so far. He's a former winner of Gen 4 Lobbies. And here's Lindsay in the 3 and 4. Miller at P8. Hunsaker goes to 4th. White is 5th now. Benton's still 2nd. We got a car on the wall. It's Pace and Lindsay. Oh! Big shot. 71. 97. Here comes Cameron Chandler down the front straightaway, trying to get some redemption after absolute heartbreak at USA Speedway. Oh, we got a spinner. The 10 going around, and now to the inside. He goes on Pace and Lindsay. They're all wrecking down the front straightaway.
Yep. A lot of horsepower to handle these race cars, which they weren't really stock cars. They were prototypes almost. That was a peak of aerodynamic evolution in NASCAR and stock car racing overall. Even though these are nationwide cars, exactly a 2009 Junior Motorsports machine, 725 horsepower and a shorter wheelbase than the Cup cars they used to have. Therefore, it's going to be less stable throughout the corners here at, for example, Chicagoland Speedway, but still it's going to require a lot of skill to master the exit of the corners with how loose this race car really is.
So we've been racking up the the mile-and-a-halfs and the 2-mile ovals for the Gen 4 car in Lobbies. We've done Kansas. That was the first ever Gen 4 race we did. We did Fontana, a 2-mile oval. We did Michigan. Now we're doing tonight Chicagoland. We've done Las Vegas. We've also done Texas. And 71 to Clausen going sideways, and he's hard on the wall. And we also have done Kentucky, which we just finished up that race week in the Cup and Xfinity Series this week. So you're going to be hitting about, what I saw in my practice, about maybe upwards of 198 miles an hour in turn number 1. With the draft, it could be just about 200.
Yep.
Cameron Chandler in the 8 machine, currently 5th. He could get some redemption tonight by winning this race. That could really put a damper in all that pain that he felt in USA. Oh, Pace and Lindsay is now gone top of the board. Beard is now 4th. There's White currently 6th. Here's Miller down the front straightaway.
I didn't think there's a wall there.
On the bottom is the 9. The 10, there's Cameron Chandler. 13 on pit road. Here comes Trenton Wilkin back on the racetrack. He is currently now 3rd. All right, 5 minutes to go here in practice. All right. Oh, I hear someone is wrecking somewhere. And it's the 79 of Ashton Miller who's slamming the wall with the 70. Oh my goodness! Oh, Clausen. Oh!
Go.
Oh. These cars are a bit bouncy, as you can see.
Oh.
Wow. Alright. Back on pit road, here comes Trenton Wilkin ripping the boards. Alright. So Wilkin goes across the line, and here he heads down to the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Down to the bottom goes Miller and White. 97 in the wall. Oh, he's wrecking. Alright. So about 3 minutes till qualifying gets underway for the main event at Chicagoland. Mile and a half Gen 4 racing. 70 laps for tonight. Gonna be under the lights in just a few moments. Alright. So down into 1 and 2 we go. Oh, he gets absolutely destroyed. Alright. More cars currently still. Oh my god, we had a big wreck on the back straightaway. Beard's involved, a couple others as well. Oh, and one car sparking, that's Lindsay. And he's coming in front of Chandler, who's going to just destroy him. Alright. About a minute to go before qualifying is underway. So, Pace and Lindsay, so far, still top of the board. It's a great lap by him. Oh, in the wall goes the 12 down the front straight. Oh, he's gonna spin. And that'll do it in practice. Payson Lindsay leads it. All right. Welcome live to main event qualifying.
Well, we are going to see some piece of machinery, 725 horsepower, being pushed to maximum limit in the middle of the sunset here at Chicagoland Speedway.
Yeah, time to go for the pole. So of course Matthew White has been the strongest in qualifying in anything, and I feel like Payson Lindsay was top of the board in practice. Bryce Benton could be another one to watch.
Cameron Taylor too. They're rolling off onto the track, coming into the backstretch in turn 3 and 4.
Ashton Miller won, then it would be technically an ER affiliated tonight because Ho Wilson won race number 1, then Jay Handley, who's on the team part-time, run race number 2, and Miller could do that. It would be an ETR sweep. 3 different drivers. In the wall goes Miller here in the 70. I keep on almost saying Payson, because that's the exact scheme Lindsay always does. Also in the same scheme as Miller tonight. You got the 29, the 26 on the back straightaway. Here comes the 38. White top of the board so far, the only one. Payson Lindsay slots in second place after the best in practice. Wilkins only third. Hanlon moves up to third. The 13 Eltheridge goes to fifth. Unsicker now second. Now second lap's underway for all these drivers. Cameron Chandler, final time down the back straightaway in the 3 and 4 is Bryce Benton. Oh, Wilkin is sideways. He's currently 7th, and he was looking to improve there. He will not. Miller slots in 5th. Across the line, Chandler improves a bit. Benton goes second place. Good first lap for him. Can he improve on that second one? No, he will not. He's going to spin. And that'll be 1 lap and done for Bryce Benton. Beard is going to be 11th as Chandler backs it down. He qualifies 3rd at the moment. Durham moves up to 8th. Austin is 5th. Decent lap for him. And here is the 97 of Erdman. Still yet to put down a time. Got the 5 on to the racetrack. Here's Landon Johnson down the back straightaway in the 3 and 4. Ooh, the 29 car is sideways, heading down the front stretch. Start his lap. Got the 16. I believe this is Carlos Ortiz on the track. It's 29. And it turns 3 and 4. Apparently there's 2 Durheims race. I don't know why, but there is. The 5 Roberts goes 11th. Here comes the 16 down the front straightaway, Carlos Ortiz. Not Carlos Ortiz, that's Rat. And he's on the wall. Oop, 88. He is losing it down the back straightaway.
And he's going to hit the outside wall. No, he's not.
All right, so that'll about do it in qualifying. I have to imagine. And Johnson spins down to the inside, as we mentioned. 16 on pit road, and everybody else spun. And I think we just get going here at Chicagoland. Just let it run out. We got 20 seconds. Or 30 seconds. All right. So it's going to be White from the pole, Benton second, Chandler third, Hunsicker fourth, Lindsay fifth, Clausen, decent starting spot 6. Wilkin, Miller, Durheim, and the other Durheim round out the top 10 in quali. All right. Welcome live to NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies, week number 25, the main event in Chicagoland with the Gen 4 cars. One of the most fun cars to drive and watch in iRacing. Sun is
Yep,
setting.
This is a calm before the storm, as these cars are going to roll now.
Yes, it is, as we're going to get ready to go here in Joliet, Illinois. At the unfortunate Chicagoland Speedway that doesn't technically exist, but they don't use it. I think they use it for MotoGP. That's just about it. Or not in MotoGP, motocross.
It even produce some good racing, even with bad aerodynamic packages from real NASCAR. So it's going to be interesting how a low grip track with a low grip car, how they're going to be handled as the pace car rolls into, well, the cars begin to roll now.
All right, so 3 races starting during the evening and then be transitioning into the night tonight. So makes sense because these are night lobbies on Friday night. And we're ready for the main event tonight. So 2 wild races and very fun races. The BMW M2 race at Daytona and then the Trucks USA race. Now it's time for the main event in Chicago with the Gen 4s. $70 laps on the table tonight from this 1.5 miles in Chicago. Here we go. Matthew White has very, very nice history at this racetrack. In season number 1 of the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series, well over a year ago at this point, won his first Cup Series championship at this very racetrack. As the pace car is going to make that extremely hard left turn down pit road to the Geico Restart Zone. We're racing the main event in week 25 is underway in Chicagoland with the Gen 4s. Oh, the wrecking already. Miller goes around. That's a big wreck happening. Caution's going to come out already. Oh, another big shot into the wall. What are we doing on lap 1? All right, let's take a look. Well, that was not the way to start the race that we wanted. All started with Miller just getting turned by the 29, then this 26 slams into Miller, and it wasn't over, and then the 26 slams into another with the 38 got loose, and Cole Clausen gets air. And my goodness, let's ride along with the 71 of Cole Clausen through this incident. Lap 1, the caution's out already.
With a lot of damage.
Clausen just got in the wall. That checked up the entire field, it looks like. And then there goes Miller. And then how did... Oh, the 38 got loose in front of Cole Clausen, and... Oh, my. Wow.
Luckily, they have that fast repair. Because otherwise, they will be out already.
Yeah, but you don't want to use that too early. That's the issue.
Yeah, but, you know, at least you keep on doing the race more, and if you wreck already, once again, either you are unlucky or you gotta fix something with yourself.
So we'll see who comes down pit road here.
Here comes the 29 GM Good Range Chevrolet of Chase Durkee with a Kevin Harvick paint scheme.
And then you got the 38, also pitting as well. That's Braden Hunsicker. Got Cole Clausen, who just got ramped under. And then Ashton Miller as well. And there's the 13 coming up here as well. All right, caution's out. Lap 1. Kind of similar to the Kansas Gen 4 race, the first ever Gen 4 Lobbies race we did, all the way, and I think back in January. Unlike, well, this time, they didn't wreck before the green flag. Like in that one. They wrecked in turn number 1.
Let's see now if this field can keep it together, and we can have a good race, because we are going to have great racing for sure, and it's going to be a blast to see these cars just fly by at over 200 miles an hour.
Yeah,
But you have to rely a lot on the drivers that are racing.
Yeah, I think that was just big mistake on the restart by a lot of those cars. Paul Clausen just got a bad start, and that just jumbled up all the other drivers. We'll come to one to go this time. And yeah, I think that was just an unlucky incident for everyone involved, and hopefully we don't see it again. All right, Bryce Benton, he's just fighting and fighting for his first ever Lobbies overall win. He won the LMP2 IMSA race in Laguna Seca back in June, I believe. That was months and months ago, of course, and that's his only ever NASCAR iRacing FedEx League win besides the All-Star Race Open, which doesn't really count. So he's got, on road courses, he's got 2 wins. The All-Star Race Open in the Cup Series, which doesn't really exactly count. Probably one of the least important races of the Cup calendar, unfortunately for Bryce. And then the IMSA race, where he won LMP2, the second class at Laguna Seca. Still looking for that.
Bryce is a really versatile guy, and as I've mentioned before, he is just really fast. He was missing the tires, everything. But you know, let's see if he can achieve his first Friday night Lobbies win here tonight. Surprising that he hasn't gotten one so far.
He's been so close so many times. Finished second, of course, in USA Speedway just a few moments ago. Had a lot of those second place finishes, a lot of top 5s are back underway. Let's try this once again. Bad restart for the outside lane on Benton. And now is White and Chandler getting away through the lead cleanly. Through 1 and 2 they go. 3 wide down to the outside for a second. Trent and Wilkin down low. Up the racetrack they go behind them. A couple of the Busch Light cars. Matthew White leads down the back straightaway. Chandler now in 2nd. Benton in 3rd. Lindsay 4th, who is fastest in practice. Oh, in the wall hard! 2 cars. Can they keep it out of the way? We will see, and I think everyone keeps it straight somehow. The 38. Believe that is Braden Hunsinger. He is destroyed. Yet another one hitting, but they all keep it going straight. Will stay green from that.
Yeah, he's missing the front bumper, and he's exposing his radiator, so that is really dangerous for the drivers of the number 38 M&S machine.
So Hunsicker going to have to pit, most likely. Somehow, nobody else was involved in that. They all somehow even kept it straight. There's battle here for 3rd going on between Bryce Benton and Payson Lindsay, side by side, down the front straightaway.
Yep, and here you can see a lot of the driving style of his drivers, with Matthew hitting the wall and getting way too high now.
Here comes the 8 of Chandler to the bottom. He gets loose, and now we'll have Payson Lindsay coming to the outside. Lindsay looks very, very quick tonight.
I was noticing Bryce using a lot of the right rear, way more than everybody else. So here we see him now. Here comes him on. Well, I don't even know what he said. He had some momentum on Karen Chandler, but he was unable to get by him. As we side by side for a second between Payson Lindsay and Karen Chandler.
Chandler looks like he hit the apron a bit. He'll hang on to it. So now down the back straightaway they go. Here comes Payson Lindsay back to the outside. Payson Lindsay has multiple Lobbies wins. He just won the Gen 6 race, the Legacy Gen 6 race in Daytona last week.
That was a really surprising win there. Always runs well at the plate tracks, and now he's running well at a normal track. He's alongside Matthew White coming off turn 2.
For the lead in Chicagoland. Side by side, Payson Lindsay trying to clear Matthew White off corner exit here in lap number 9. Through 3 and 4 they go, still door to door. Lindsay has the momentum, carrying him on the outside. Should get clear of the 25 up corner exit, and he will. New leader in Chicagoland coming to lap number 10. It is Payson Lindsay in the 99.
But how much tire is Payson Lindsay wearing? I mean, I'm seeing him taking the top a lot, which in iRacing wears a lot more tires, and meanwhile, Matthew Rice taking the bottom. He's just trying to save as much tires as he can. But Payson Lindsay to a point here at Chicagoland Speedway.
Yeah, so 2 races that are going to really matter with tires tonight. USA, of course, really mattered. Now, Chicagoland, and 1 race where tires didn't matter whatsoever with the BMW M2 is at Daytona.
Yeah, as we see, well, we don't see really any action, maybe between the 26 and the 29, Chance Durham and Chase Durham. They must be brothers for sure. Side by side coming to the backstretch.
And they're nearly clear of each other. They are going to clear each other in the 3 and 4. Here comes Bryce Benson looking to the bottom of Cameron Chandler. And you can see Payson Lindsay ripping the fence. And he's pulling away from White, but oh, in the wall, car, the 97. Slapped the wall just slightly. He's going to lose momentum down the front straightaway. He'll have the 2 Durham brothers on his bumper as they head down into 1 and 2.
Yeah, you have to be really careful though. As I noticed something with the 29 that he got the 26 right behind him, and it's that error loose thing as we see Aston Miller hitting the wall and getting super loose there. Oh my god.
And Miller down there currently in 8th.
So you can get the guy in front of you really loose, not as much really with the Gen 4, but with the NASCAR Lions cars, especially at Talladega, because those cars are really error sensitive at that racetrack. So you can get the guy next to you, well, not next to you, in front of you really loose, and therefore make him lose time without even like touching him or anything. As Bryce Benson is going to try to pass Cameron Chandler for P2.
How about CJ Urban in the top 5 now? He's looking to get around Bryce Benson and Cameron Chandler to maybe break inside the top 3. He's on the bumper of the 9. Where is he going to go? He's been looking pretty unstable, but that machine is fast. He's going to the outside now. Here comes Benson to the bottom of Chandler. Chandler could be split 3 wide in a moment. We'll see where the 97 goes down the back straightaway. He's going to actually get to the outside of Benson, trying to clear him for 4th.
Yeah, we've seen a lot that outside lane, the faster lane around this racetrack, reminiscent of Auto Club Speedway, where the top is also faster, but in that case it's in turns 1 and 2. And here's the turn 3 and 4. We see Bryce Benson sideways in the tri-oval.
Benson now losing spots. Here comes the 29 of Durham through the middle as well, but Chandler is probably wearing out his tires. He got 1 slow, the 5 it looks like, of Roberts. He's currently 2 laps down. But yeah,
that the Lenhart Jr. Budweiser paint scheme, that Daytona paint scheme, he wore in 2001 to win the Pepsi 400 that year.
CJ Erdman just had an issue or something. He apparently, I don't know where he is. Might have disconnected.
Let's see here. Oh, he's just 50 more in quality. He's blinking a lot. So unfortunate for the driver of the number 97 Keylocks machine. As here comes the 29 Gen Goodwin Chevy on the Monster Energy machine of Cameron Chandler.
Now down to the inside, the 26 on the bumper of Chandler. Oh, he slides! Whoa. 29 of Durham in the wall. Oh, there's Erdman. He's back. They're 3 wide, almost 4 wide per second. Here comes Benson through the middle as well.
Yeah, this all the action we were talking about here with these high horsepower cars and low grip racetrack.
3 wide.
A lot of race in there. 3 abreast, and the 29 super loser almost drifting, not properly, not turning to the side. You gotta turn in this.
Car on the wall. Car on the wall, the 26. Oh, trouble! Down the front straightaway, round goes the 29. He's through the grass. Will he save it? He'll keep it going. Oh, we got another spinner. 20.
Yeah, also the 26.
Well, they're going to keep it going, and nobody else is coming. Oh, okay. What are we doing? And apparently they both stopped, and they're going to both reset now.
Yeah, this is the point of the race where your right hand starts to hurt, and you start sweating, and you start stressing out because you got no grip whatsoever, and you feel like you're going to lose the race car. But eventually, with all the focus that goes on in a race, you end up not losing it, or sometimes you can make the mistake and lose a car.
That's unfortunate for the 2 Durhams. They're now on pit road. We got Lane, Rapp, they're all Roberts, they're all pitting. Johnson's currently out of the race. So is Hunsaker. A lot of retirements here early on, unfortunately. Not 19 of 70 underway.
CJ Ehrman is charging the corner way too hard at the entry. That cost a lot of tire, and also he's old right now. He was hugging that fence, turn 3 and 4, and it is really effective, except when you just hit the wall, because it stops you, obviously.
Miller hit the wall. Here comes Trenton Wilkins trying to drive into the battle as well. He's on the bumper of Benson. Now for the lead, here comes Matthew White, looking to the inside, nearly of Jason Lindsay. Back here, you got Wilkin putting pressure on the 9 of Benson. White looking down low.
Yep. Matthew White, who saved his tires a lot better than Payson Lindsay. Now they're side by side coming to a tri-oval.
Can Lindsay carry the momentum on the outside? He will, and he'll stay clear of White for now. You can just keep on the outside. Unless Matthew White drives it in and clears him, he should be able to get good momentum on the outside. As Matthew White gets loose down to the bottom. Lindsay's doing a decent job at that. Outside is faster, of course, but it wears out your tires a whole lot more as Matthew White slides up behind Payson Lindsay and really got to his quarter panel. Lap 22 underway.
Matthew White running that clean air on his nose. He gets to rotate the car better than he would on the bottom lane, and he's way closer to Payson Lindsay than he's ever been all race long.
Lindsay has led the most laps, I believe, so far today. White back to his inside. But once again...
Matthew White really sideways there.
Yeah, once again, he can get to his door almost side-by-side, but just can't get fully side-by-side and, of course, clear as Lindsay keeps on getting that momentum from the outside. And he's got to hope that Lindsay starts to get loose, which, with Lindsay running that top, that will happen eventually once his tires start to wear out. As these two once again will slide back up into each other, and they head down the back straightaway.
As we see, Maddox Beard in the 18 Kyle Busch Nationwide paint scheme, trying to battle that Kyle Busch Henry Motorsports Cup Series paint scheme. The 97 machine of CJ Ehrman trying to fight to go back to elite lap as he spun out there early in the race. Gets by him with new tires, and he's going to try to get by Aston Miller, the 97 machine.
Here for the lead once again on the back show.
Whoa.
White's in the wall, big time. Oh, he's in the wall again. And he will slam the wall and give damage to his number 25 car. That's going to be hurting his performance now.
Well, he doesn't. Well, he does have a little bit of damage on that right door of his 25 machine, but let's see if it's going to affect a lot his performance. Now he moves to the high side of the race.
Maybe he can get momentum on Lindsay and catch him off guard, go down to the inside, drive it in deep with a lot of momentum, and maybe clear him before they come back. As now he's back to the inside, which hasn't really been working to clear Lindsay. Oh, he slides. Both of them slide, actually. They come to lap 27 in Chicagoland. So track conditions have been changing as the sun is now set. White goes back to the bottom. Not really close enough to even get side by side with Lindsay. And I think White's tires have... 13 in the wall. Down here on pit road. He's pitting. Okay. Just slowly down to pit road, apparently. Oh, Payson's in the wall big time. Here comes White to his inside. White might not even be able to get there. It's on his quarter panel, and once again, Lindsay somehow clears him off corner exit.
It's a battle of trying to control that race car right there, as we are now 28 laps into this race, 24 laps into the run, and it's really notorious how loose these race cars are as Matthew White gets really loose coming off turn 4.
Down the front stretch they go yet again. And into 1 and 2. I'm at 41 to go this time by. A little ways to go here in Chicagoland. Now, how about Trenton Wilkin now in 3rd place? Gotten around Cameron Chandler. So iRacing scoring's doing some things. So apparently we got one car scored 2 laps down, and another one scored 1 lap down, and the 2 laps down car is apparently ahead on the racetrack of the 1 lap down car, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But I don't know.
For me, it shows out that the lap down cars are Patrick Etheridge, which is 2 laps down, CJ Rodman, which is 5 laps down, and the Durkheim's, which are 11 laps down, and then everybody else 14 laps down, and well, they're not in the race, so
Yeah, on my end, it shows Erdman just 1 down. So I don't really know what's going on there.
let's try to go on board with the number 25 machine of Matthew White, so we can hear the rumble of that engine into turn 1, a maximum revolutions per minute, and also how low grip there is on this racetrack. Really shows you how much you have to live with this race car in order to keep it out of harm's way, as the 12 machine of Trenton Wilkin is really catching both of these guys. He has left tires so well. He's able to catch Jason Lynch and Matthew White.
Yeah, Wilkins on the bottom of the racetrack, and he is closing up, trying to take the lead away. Lindsay's still leading down the front straightaway on lap 35. We're officially halfway in Chicagoland. With the 12 of Wilkins trying to close in behind him. Got Cameron Chandler still down in 4th. And Wilkins will be pressuring Matthew White in a minute for 2nd. Now they all go to the bottom for 3 and 4. Oh, Lindsay is pitting. Same thing with Matthew White. He's really was looking like he's fast on the pit road. As now we got green flag pit stops underway. Ashton Miller pitting as well. Cameron Chandler in the back. All right, green flag pit stops. Halfway now in Chicagoland. So Wilkins going to take the lead from this. So he's going to have to come down pit road. Benton Beard, they both stay out. And here they are pitting.
Yeah, Matthew White got really close there to Payson Lindsay in the 99 machine. And that might be so important because he might be able to get the lead here of pit road.
Looking like 4 fresh tires. Here comes Payson Lindsay off pit road in the battle for the lead. They're going side by side. Yes, it'll be White. Oh, as Lindsay slides. Chandler going to be 3rd. Wilkin, there's the 79. Where's Wilkin? There he is down the back straightaway. Also, Benton stays out. Same thing with Maddox Beard. And here comes White. The 25 back on the racetrack. Lindsay trying to get momentum. But he's back now to would be 2nd.
Yep, as Matthew White took his fast repair, and therefore he has no damage whatsoever. He's number 25 in 4th. He's taken the provisional lead until Trenton Wilkin pits. Or maybe Trenton Wilkin gets a caution now and he takes the real lead of this race.
Yes, everyone kind of just spread out now as Wilkin leads down the back straightaway, blowing up here, could be possibly pitting. Yes, there he is. Wilkin pitting. Honestly, maybe a couple laps too late, as Benson will also stay out. Same thing with Beard, as Beard is actually pitting as well. Oh, no, he's not. Okay. You both stay out.
Well, Trenton Wilkin coming into pit road, 4 tires and Sunoco fuel to that Dodge. And he's going to go away and maybe try to take advantage of those younger tires. And maybe try to catch Matthew White and pace on Lindsay to the end.
So here comes White down the front straightaway. Wilkins coming off pit road. White will probably get around the number 12 machine. There he goes to the outside, and Wilkin now coming on behind Pace and Lindsay, now even Cameron Chandler. So gonna have fresher tires here, gonna give a bit of track position, but it could work out at the end for Trenton Wilkin.
As Cameron Chandler also closed up a ton on pace on Lindsay and Matthew White, he might be a factor for the victory here tonight.
Here is Benson's continuing to stay out. Hoping for a caution, if he gets one. 30 to go now in Chicagoland. As Benson, you can take a look how much tires matter. My goodness. Benson just gets absolutely destroyed by White. And Benson's going to the bottom, probably pitting this time by.
He just ran a lap. 1.6 seconds slower. That shows you how worn out the surface is at Chicagoland Speedway.
As Benson comes to pit, Beard will continue to stay out in his Toyota. There he is, Maddox Beard in the 18. But will that tire advantage help Trenton Wilkin? There he is down the back straightaway. There's Chandler, there's Lindsay, and there's White. Benson currently there on pit road. Here comes Matthew White down the front straightaway. There's Benson, and there's White easily clearing Benson. Lindsay in second. Benson still on pit road. 4 fresh good tires. Now he rolls off. He'll be down in maybe 6th and going to be 7th. Maddox Beard continues to stay out. Here's Cole Clausen with damage. Now Maddox Beard is pitting. Through the pit stall he goes. We're slowly rolling it down, and Matthew White will easily take the lead from that. All right, looking to just set it up till the end. Lap 43 underway of lap 70. Here's Trenton Wilkin down the back straightaway. Payson Lindsay, who was leading before, lost the lead on pit road, and now he is starting to struggle in that 99 machine. He is loose. They head down the front stretch yet again.
And he is running up 2 tenths lower than that of Matthew White, and a little bit slower than Cameron Chandler. 8/1000 of a second doesn't seem as much, but in racing it absolutely matters.
And you got Trenton Wilkin behind them all, trying to just sneak up back here. He's about 4 seconds behind the leader. I don't know if I love that strategy from Trenton Wilkin. It doesn't really seem to be closing into these guys at all. And he definitely lost all that track position by staying out an extra maybe 5 or so laps.
He's 2 tenths faster now than Matthew White, so it might make a difference.
We'll see, because eventually the tire advantage is gonna come into it, or I mean, the tires are gonna like kind of even out eventually. Okay, there's White. Oh, he's in the wall a bit. Off corner exit.
30.4, and Trenton does a 30.2.
Yeah, so still 2 tenths better. And with White kind of wall popping here, we'll see how it works out. But Wilkin still has to get around these two ahead of him, whereas now Lindsay and Chandler are going to be battling in a moment. Wilkin was the fastest car on the racetrack before the pit stop, so he definitely has one of the better long-run machines. He's also making a lot of time on the bottom, which is the best way to save tires. And he's slowly catching Lindsay and Chandler. All right, 24 laps to go in Chicagoland. I think this is a decent time to go to crank it up in the main event with the Gen 4s at Chicagoland Speedway. Oh, in the wall goes Cameron Chandler, big time. Here goes Wilkin to his inside. Wilkin's going to take that spot away from the 8 machine. Down the backstretch they go. Now with 21 laps to go, look at a pass Payson Lindsay. So we can try to set up a pass on Matthew White and try to close in. To the inside of the 99 he goes. Oh, they slammed doors down the front stretch. Side by side into one. Lindsay on the outside. Just going to get it driven on by Trenton Wilkin, who's into second place. 20 laps to go. He tries to reel in Matthew White. I mean, I was doubting the strategy at first, but it looks like now Trenton Wilkin could be in an opportunity to try to catch the 25 machine. And now the battle between these two will continue to rage on, but now for third.
Yeah, Trenton, who was 4 tenths faster than Matthew White, only 19 laps to go, 18 and a half laps to go this time by, and we might have a race right here.
Wilkin got completely sideways, lost about a tenth or so that lap. Now here's the 8 back to the inside of the 99. Side by side once again for third. These two will not stop battling. Wilkin now breaks inside of the 2-second gap. And run around the outside once again for Payson Lindsay. Battle between Bryce Benton and Ashton Miller. That's going door to door. Benton goes to the outside of Miller and clears him on fresher tires. I don't know if it's possible, but Benton could get close to this battle when the 99 and 8 at the end. Still about maybe 7 seconds behind them, but the pace we've seen out of Trenton Wilkin, it's always possible for him to get close. Oh, Chandler to the outside. And now he works low on the bumper of Lindsay. All over the back bumper as they head down the front straightaway. Now to the outside goes Cameron Chandler on Payson Lindsay. 16 laps to go.
And Trenton is getting faster, 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 and faster. He's now 1.3 seconds behind Matthew. And he was 4 tenths faster as well that time by. So, yeah, he's closing in a lot on Matthew.
And now that's gap's back to about a second. Here to the outside. Oh, a big moment. Now making a crossover move back to the inside is Cameron Chandler on Payson Lindsay with 15 laps to go. Side by side.
9 tenths now between Trenton and Matthew.
Yeah, but Will can be able to get around the 25 car once he eventually probably gets there. Still door to door down the back straightaway. Lindsay and Chandler have been racing each other hard this entire run. Honestly, it's kind of cost them because Wilkin got around them, and they're still door to door in the 3 and 4. I know Chandler bobbles a bit, with Lindsay back on his inside. Side by side once again, the battle for the lead even heating up more. 4/10 of a second now. And the lap car, Cole Clausen, might play an effect in this, and here they are in 3 and 4. There's Cole Clausen, the 71, kind of taking away the line of Matthew White. Ooh, Matthew White's almost on the wall. 13 to go. Here comes Wilkin. He's been running the bottom. Will Matthew White try to take his line away? That time he does not. Wilkin trying to get momentum to the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, Matthew White slides. He's completely loose. Here comes Trent Wilkin to the inside. Looking to take the lead away. In the 3 and 4 they go. Wilkin on the bottom. White on the outside. Trent Wilkin clears Matthew White, a new leader with 12 laps to go in Chicagoland. He's back in the bumper, though. Where's he going to go? He pushes him down the front straightaway. The lap car of Cole Clausen. Oh, he turns him! They both save it somehow. Oh, my, what a save by both of them. Oh, my goodness. How did they both do that? Now White's slow. Wilkin hangs on. That was insane by both of them. Now here comes Chandler to the inside of Matthew White. Pacing Lindsay up to the middle as well. He's going to get to the quarter panel of the 25 machine. Oh, White gets squeezed in the wall. Looks like White just must have misjudged it or something. Just completely drove it in there. Nearly wrecked both of them. And the both will hang on to it, but the big loser, I think, that from that is Matthew White is a lose 2 positions. And Wilkin still has a 1.3, almost 4-second lead with 11 to go. But how much did that affect Wilkin's car?
I don't see any visual damage, but they might have to damage itself on the car, make it way looser than usual. And also those tires got spun out a lot there from that save, so Kevin Chandler might have a chance here.
He was slower that time by, but now Wilkin's got the lap car of Clausen up on the outside, which has not really been his line. It's actually Cameron Chandler's line. Wilkin has been... Oh, okay. What? Okay. Miller down to the inside. He gets back going. He is slow on the bottom. Wilkin trying to get around the lap car. As they race down the front straightaway yet again. 9 laps to go. Ooh, now the lap car, Cole Clausen takes away the line on Trenton Wilkin. Ooh, Wilkin slides. He's going to the inside of Clausen, trying to get there. Side by side down the back straightaway. Clausen trying to stay in the lead lap. He will now be 1 lap down. He's in the wall. Trent gets around him. Coming 8 to go this time by. There is Chandler trying to rip the fence. On the boards, there's Pace and Lindsay behind him running in 3rd. And there is Matthew White. Now, here, like I said before, remember this? Bryce Benson, I said he wasn't out of this. He gained about 5 seconds on the leaders. And here he comes to the inside of 25 Matthew White. I doubted this strategy. Remember, about maybe 25 laps ago, I completely doubted this strategy. But look how it's played out for both Wilkin and now Benson. Oh, and White is struggling. He's in the wall.
And
oh! He will save it. Ashton Miller is loose as well. 7 to go.
The 71 Chris Walter. Also, despite all that, despite that save, he's still like a rocket. He's so fast there.
Oh!
He's just like a flash. You cannot see.
Oh, trouble!
Just
down the back straightaway, Miller goes around. We'll see if he can get it back going. If he can, he's stuck. He's going again. Will we keep it green? Will we keep it green? Okay. And he's apparently going. Okay. Gets it back going. So we stay green. Miller gets back going. I don't know where White went. Saved it. Oh, okay, what is Miller? He's coming down pit road hot, and he's going around in his pit stall. Okay. Oh, White's hard on the wall. Down the front stretch he goes.
Oh, he has a lot of damage on that race car.
Wilkins just gotta hope for no yellow. If others get together, he's lucky it's only been like cars spinning down to the inside and not in the way of anyone else. He cannot afford that, and Chandler was a little bit better that lap time by. 4 to go. Here comes Cameron Chandler. He's been running the outside lane, and he's been closing up. Gap
Yeah,
about...
he was one-tenth faster that time by.
He's going to need more, of course, if it goes green the rest of the way. Oh, and Wilkin is loose from the looks of it. Oh, gains a bit that time by, though. Coming to 3. Well, look here. There is Matthew White. He is all torn up. Trying to bring it home. There's Ashton Miller as well. I don't even know if he took... I don't think he actually pitted. Not really sure. There's the 18.
Camera was lower than the 12 machine.
All right, Cole Clausen's in the wall. He's big time in the wall, trying to keep it out of the wall now. Oh, what? Okay. Goes sliding through the grass. He'll hang on to it. Mowing the grass through here. First out of the way of the leaders. And we'll once again avoid having a caution. Okay. White is pitted, and Clausen is trying to pit, but he misses pit road. And
what a flawless performance by Trenton Wilkin. He was closing in already on Payson Lynch and Matthew White, and after that pit cycle strategy, he was way faster than both of them.
White flag in the air one more time around in Chicagoland. Made an insane strategy call, and he's coming through 1 and 2 for the final time.
And he's just cruising right now.
Trenton Wilkin, it's been a while since he last won a NASCAR iRacing FedEx Lobbies event, but he's about to win here in Chicagoland. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. The number 12, Trenton Wilkin's going to see the checkered flag. He's going to win in Chicagoland, the main event in week number 25 with the Gen 4 cars. Chandler comes home in 2nd place. 3rd place battle here between, Benson and Lindsay as Benson goes to the grass and will finish 4th. Lindsay comes home in the final spot on the podium. What a battle that was at the end, with Lindsay catching up rapidly. These two
spinning now after start finish line.
These two friends on the racetrack, they are going to Cameron Chandler going to congratulate Trenton Wilkin, very respected driver in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. All right. Trenton Wilkin wins. Oh, there's a bumper. Oh my God, Payson Lindsay's flipping.
How do you flip on pit road?
I'm not okay. I'm not really sure. I'm okay. I don't even know at this point. Wilkin will burn it down. He wins in Chicagoland. Finally got a long run to the finish there. First time it was a massive crash ahead of the leaders that brought out the first and only caution in the BMW M4 race. Then in USA Speedway with a big lead from Cameron Chandler with about 10 or so laps to go. Was Mac Rabb spinning in front of the field and almost collecting other cars, and then had to throw the caution because he was in the middle of the racetrack and couldn't get back going again with other cars come by. And this time, a couple of cars went down to the inside, but they were kind of out of the way, so the race stayed green. And Wilkin ended up with a great strategy there at the end, past Matthew White pretty late in the race, and will take the victory home. And just an unfortunate night for Matthew White. Had won 2 poles tonight, but DNF in at Daytona, a couple laps down, and bad finish in USA Speedway. Now he, I think, finishes 3 laps down tonight at Chicagoland. Missed opportunity for him, but Wilkin will win in Chicagoland. So post-race interviews coming up here from Chicago. All right, we'll see if you can get your winner in here. All right. So we're gonna wait another minute to see if we can get your winner, Trenton Wilkin, in, and we will. Trenton Wilkin, great strategy for you there at the end is going to win the race here tonight at Chicagoland. So, the first run, you guys were really closing on the leaders, Payson Lindsay and Matthew White. Then you guys all pitted. You stayed out for about 5 laps longer than them. That gave you the tire advantage, and then you were able to cruise by Matthew White there in the final 15 laps. So, what was it like driving through the field there at the end after pitting and taking home your first Lobbies win in a while here tonight at Chicagoland for the main event?
I thought I could have the speed, especially catching them on that first run. I saw them ripping the top as soon as I came out of the pits, and I saw all of them up there ripping the top. I'm like, as long as I'm down here ripping the bottom, saving some tires, I know I'm gonna be able to at least have tires left. And then if I need to, if I got to them with like 10 to go, I was gonna go rip the top because I know I'll have the tires left, especially off of the first run. Glad it kind of worked out. Had a scare with Matthew getting into me going into one, was able to save it, but all in all, good day for the team. It was nice to come back and rally a win out, especially at one of my favorite tracks here.
So we're, of course, heading to Daytona for the Cup Series for the regular season finale. So after a nice win tonight, you're not really in contention for the playoffs and the Cup Series, unfortunately, next week in Daytona. But will you guys be returning there at the World Center of Racing?
As all things work out for like scheduling, like my schedule and everything, I will be pulling up the number 11 Toyota Camry up over here at Daytona, hopefully getting a win for ETR.
All right, well, big congrats on the main event win tonight at Chicagoland, and we'll see you next week, most likely, at Daytona.
Appreciate it.
Coming up next is going to be third place finisher, Payson Lindsay. So Payson Lindsay, you guys led a bunch of laps here early in the race. You guys kind of lost the lead there on pit road, and then a great battle there at the end between you and Cameron Chandler, and then you and Bryce Benton. So take me through that, some of those big moments for you in this race and how it all played out at the end for a third place finish.
Yeah, we just didn't have long run speed all race. It was like 20 laps into the run, we'd just fall off. I think I was the first person to realize that running the top, basically the whole run, didn't really matter as much compared to running the bottom, except for Trenton. I don't know how he ran the bottom and was quicker than us, but just had a bad pit stop, got behind Matthew, and it was basically over from there.
All right, so we're heading into Daytona next week. Of course, you're locked into the Cup Series playoffs, but Daytona is one of your best racetracks. Of course, you just won a Lobbies race there last week with the Gen 6 Legacy cars. So what do you guys think you have in store at Daytona for probably both Cup and Xfinity?
Yeah, I'm just going to try and stay in the back for most of that race and just hope that we can have something towards the end. I feel like in some of the Daytona races, I've tried to stay up front the whole race, and I just end up getting junked. So I'm going to try something different and see how it works.
All right, so good job, of course, on the run tonight. P3 podium finish at Chicagoland, and we'll see you next week at Daytona.
Yeah, thank you.
Final interview here tonight of the night. It is Bryce Benton, driver of the number 9. He finished 4th. So Bryce Benton, a big charge up through the field there at the end on fresher tires than the rest of the field, and then you nearly got Payson Lindsay for P3 down the front straightaway. We saw the battle. So take me through those final maybe 20 or so laps where you were closing up in the battle with all the leaders, and you gained probably about 5 seconds a leader, and just take me through those final 15, 20 laps.
Yeah. So after I picked the first like 5-ish laps, I kind of tried saving a little bit. And then I kind of realized I needed to pick up the pace if I was going to catch leaders. So I decided to pick up the pace. Now it's like maybe 10 to go. I started running high, and I gained a little bit more time from doing that. Yeah, I decided to pit late because I wasn't really expecting everyone to come in so early, so I decided I might as well just go long since I was going to be undercut anyways, and see how that would work, and it worked pretty well. I almost got Payson at the line, but Yeah, if I hadn't had hit the wall off of 2, I probably would have got him, but still P4 from being like 15 seconds back, that was a pretty good drive.
So after a great night of lobbies tonight, you finished, of course, second at USA and now fourth at Chicagoland. Of course, we're coming up next week, Daytona, for the Cup Series regular season finale. You guys will enter that race minus 25. Max points you can score in a race is 31. It's going to take a bunch, but it's still technically possible. Anything can happen. It's Daytona. Do you guys think there's a chance for you to sneak into the Cup Series playoffs next week?
There's definitely a chance, but it's going to be a really tough task. I definitely probably have to win the race for starters and also get the stage win. But I think it's still possible. I just kind of have to avoid the big one and just see how it goes. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I think we can have a chance, though.
All right, well, nice job on the run tonight. 2 top 5s in lobbies, and we will see you next week in Daytona.
Yep.
All right, so that'll wrap it up for lobbies week number 25. So we hope you enjoyed. You've heard it all night long. Daytona has been looming in the distance, and now it is officially up next week. The World Center of Racing, the Daytona International Speedway. Next Wednesday night is the Xfinity Series race, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The next Thursday night, the Cup Series race, the regular season finale in Daytona. That's going to be 2 insane races, and we're going to be deciding a Cup Series regular season championship and both the Xfinity Series and Cup Series final spots in the playoffs. So after a great night in lobbies, that'll wrap it up. Night was actually swept by Ethan Schindler Racing tonight. I'm of course the team owner of that, so I'm honestly pretty proud of that. First time we've ever done that. So great job to all my drivers tonight, and great job to everybody who raced tonight. And thank you for watching once again. And yeah, that'll do it for lobby number. I will only watching next Friday night, but of course Daytona Thursday up, Wednesday for Xfinity. That'll do it. We will see you for the regular season finale week. Good night from Chicago.